It's everything but my stream. Turn on audio to make sure everything's working. It's everything but my stream. Everything but my stream. Alright, sound check. Bitches, blah 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 blah.
Testing, testing. I am speaking words. Are they coming through fine?
We'll find out in a minute.
I figured out which spell.
Hang on a second. Alright, sound check. Bitches, blah 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 blah.
Testing, testing. I am.
Alright. Alright.
Elsman Kiven.
Looks like we're pretty good.
I love that. Ah, shit.
Dude, Alex, just so you know,
Yeah?
in this world I'm building that I'm going to be setting all of my campaigns in, I plan on having a nation that is, let's just say influenced by Kiven.
Love that.
Oh dear God.
Probably a desert region. Not sure. But it's going to be influenced by Kiven. Maybe the king will be called the Great Kivinsky. I don't know. Just dickery.
What, they worship the god of trickery and guile?
Alright, exactly. Your magic. Mitch, what spell are you picking?
God damn it. I'm thinking Spirit Shroud. I had this fucking funny ass idea for summon undead, but I think I'm gonna go with Spirit Shroud.
Yep. Okay.
The thought of like bringing out a skeleton for its enrichment.
I double checked, Alex. You do learn mirror image and shatter at level 5.
Yeah, because they're level 2 spells, not level 3, like I thought.
Yeah. So you just became a little bit more broken. All right. So the only person left is JD. Hasn't told me what feat he's.
You haven't allowed me to get the heavy armor yet. Once I get that, like, I become literally untouchable.
What feat were you picking?
Damage.
Mine?
No, Alex.
Oh.
Skill expert.
Just writing the stuff down in my little list. All right, and I gave, dude, Bazinga's like, pick one for me. I gave him inspiring leader.
Oh God.
Yep. He's gonna have to give these stupid things where he says shit that makes no sense.
I fucking love them.
That's exactly why I picked it. I was like, game over. Game fucking over.
There was a character in Fantasy High that had inspiring leader, and every time they used it, it was fantastic.
Dude, there's one on NPC DnD that has the same thing, and he does the same speech every time. It's basically him explaining that his Warhammer is his and not his brother's because his father gave it to him, and he just re-explains it every time. He's done like 400 times. And every time the group is like, oh, is he going to do something different? He's like, this Warhammer here belongs to me. It's fucking great. He like walks up to random NPCs and he's like, hi, I'm Bodger. This Warhammer belongs to me. And he just goes off on it.
Love that for him.
Bodger.
Yeah, the guys at fucking Viva La Dirt League are freaking hilarious.
So I am currently working on a drawing of Cain. When I'm done, may I share it to the channel?
Alex, did you see the awesome yet abomination picture in D&D of the Cowboys? The guns look ridiculous.
I
Like the
mean-
guy that's holding the shotgun like a hand cannon, like a shoulder cannon.
Yeah. The one below it, the gun isn't that ridiculous.
No, a couple of them came out okay.
It still looks weird, but it's not like completely unusable.
Although the one in the other hand looks fucking ridiculous. Because there's a gun in the other hand that doesn't
Wait.
quite look like a gun.
I didn't notice that there was something in the other hand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm almost... Yeah, I gotta buy some more time this weekend. I wasted all my time and I have 18 more days before I get any back.
Just had the most cursed idea ever.
What?
D&D campaign set in the TF2 universe.
Oh god. Oh god.
Do we have the canonical revival machine?
Hmm.
I have no clue what that is.
Yeah, why not?
Well, like,
Makes it fun.
go for it. I mean, there's canonically ways for characters to be revived in TF2. In Man vs. Machine, at least, you
Yeah.
have medic being able to do the thing.
Well, I mean,
And
given the fact that you can
I think-
respawn, I would assume that
Yeah.
also that.
there
Yeah, that's the
are
other thing. I actually
revival mechanics.
stumbled across someone made like a horror film in SFM about the revival machine.
Dude, I just noticed
was
your fucking
weird.
Kivin token.
The one, the Kivin salesman.
Yes! I'm so far behind, I just noticed it.
Wait. Oh, was that the one that... He kind of looks like a leprechaun, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ugh.
leprechaun salesman Kivin.
Dude, Midjourney is going to improve all of our campaigns so much. You have no idea the amount of stuff I'm putting into these campaigns now. Just artwork and shit. I love it.
I discovered the clipping feature. I'm invincible now. Sorry, it's an art thing, but Jesus Christ.
Your brother was like, maybe you should use crayon. And I was like, dude, I pay like $8 a month. I'm not going to use anything but what I'm paying for. And I'm like, I'm sure crayon's good, but if they're getting my money, I'm fucking using it.
Oh shit. I think I forgot to draw my shirt.
All right, I'm going to go grab my drink. Still waiting on JD and Bazinga. Nate will be a few minutes late, he said, due to emergency issue. Stop it.
No, sorry. Not that.
Oh, you psychic cat! Watch out, the camera is on. Cat psychic, by the way.
Okay.
She went over and meowed 5 minutes ago, and then you showed up. She knew you were coming.
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Excuse me. Clipping feature. Thank you.
My hair's shiny.
That's an oddly shaped penis. Yeah, oddly shaped penis. Got that. Yeah,
My
Alright, ladies. I expected people to be on by now. I'm going to go kill Nate. I'll be back. Bazinga sent me this video. It's the news interviewing this guy who found a dead body. They were loppers and they came across the dead body, so they voiced it over. So the guy was like, oh, we came across this dead body, so I tried to use like lay on hands and that didn't work. My friend tried to resurrect it, but without a head that's really difficult to do.
Lip readings? Or is it related?
What?
I was like, is that bad lip readings or something different?
It's kind of like that, but I don't know who did it. It's just a
Ah.
TikTok thing that someone did. There's Bazinga. All right, now I can get his camera set up correctly in a minute.
It's either blending too much or not enough. What the hell?
Virtual camera, which means no camera at all, which is how you do this.
This is why traditional art is better, but I can't fucking put that on a computer, so.
Let me know when your camera's on, Bazinga. If you're there, bro.
Yeah, we currently can't hear anything from you, Bazinga.
He's probably eating shit.
Sorry, what?
I don't know, dude. I like to make fun of Bazinga. Leave me alone.
There. Fucking never become an artist. Give up your dreams.
Dude, I never had any, so I'm good.
Good.
When you say never become an artist, you mean as a hobby or as a profession?
Both.
As a person.
Digital art is so freaking hard. Or at least coming into digital art as a traditional artist. Because, God, what I wouldn't give to just have my colored pencils right now, but like I don't have the type of camera to be drawing something traditional and then uploading it. So
Oh, look, Nate showed up in time. Awesome. What's up, bitch?
Is Nick coming?
No, Nick's gonna exit Wild Arms for a while because he's got too much stuff going
Alright.
on,
fair enough.
and it's kind of like eating his brain and his soul.
That is entirely fair.
Let's see, window capture. You there, Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. How's he doing?
All right.
See, I told you if you pick a fight, someone's gonna break their leg off in your ass, dude. You never fucking listen to me, man.
I'm here. Okay.
Go ahead and get Nate over here, which will probably get fucked up as soon as Bazinga turns his goddamn camera on, because... Yep. As soon as I got done saying it's gonna get fucked up when Bazinga turns his camera on, he turns his camera on and Nate looks like he's missing his head. I'm hearing messages. Someone's messaging me on something. Alright, there's Zon. Oh my god. What? Bazinga, I can't use my cam, remember? Because of the Inception bullshit. My camera's going through stream. Well, what the fuck do you want me to do? It was crashing my computer. It was literally causing my computer to blow its own brains out. I can't fix that.
Wait, are you two on a phone call with each other?
No, I'm yelling at him through here.
No, but how do you know what he's saying? Is he typing to you? Or?
He sent me a message on Facebook, and I'm trying to... Essentially, what was happening... The reason why my computer was crashing is because computers do not like to render your camera on a program and then re-render that camera in another program at the same time. It causes severe issues. So I was basically effing my computer up by having it render my camera in Discord and then capturing that render and sending it over to, what do you call it? Over to the streaming software.
Yeah.
And I figured this out because now nothing on my computer hasn't crashed since I stopped doing that. So I guess the best thing we're going to have to do, Bazinga... You knew about this. Just put my profile picture over that. Do the same setup. Right? Because I should have an empty profile pic in your thing. Because I'm still in the chat, I'm just not using a camera. So just use my profile pic. Either way, JD said he's running a few minutes late, so we're gonna get started. While Bazinga figures his... What's up?
Before we start, I gotta be right back. 2 minutes.
Well, I can do the... We'll wait for you real quick while we figure this out. I apologize, Bazinga. I thought you remembered that. That, like, I can no longer use Discord to show my camera. Because that's where the that's where the problem was. Nate, you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not crazy.
Wait. So you're running a stream, right? So you're running OBS, right?
Yes. And when I capture...
So what you need to do, actually, instead is this. So go into OBS and start virtual camera.
I'm not doing that tonight.
Well, no, but you can do that, and then all you have to do is tell Discord to look at the virtual camera, and it won't be trying to create two renditions of the same camera.
Okay. I will do that tomorrow morning and get that reset up. But I don't want to do that now in case it causes the crash, and then we're looking at 30 minutes of reset. You know what I mean? But I will do that tomorrow. Thank you for telling me that, because that's what was going on. It was basically burning my computer to the ground doing that. All right. So, like I said, I apologize, Bazinga. I'll fix that tomorrow. So that's what virtual camera does.
Yes, that's what I use. That's where my camera's coming from.
Ah, no wonder yours looks like shit.
Oh, it doesn't. It looks the same.
I'm
It's
fucking
just...
kidding, dude. Jesus Christ, calm down. I'm kidding. You have to lose your shit, man. I'm literally kidding.
The difference is I have more controls over my camera.
Okay. I know nothing about this stuff. So tomorrow I'll reset my stuff up with virtual camera and that should be fixed. But for now, just put a picture over me, dude. Put like a profile picture or a funny picture on your stream. Because there could be this could take forever to reset up, and if it crashes my computer, we're screwed. We'll have to wait again, and I don't want to waste our time. All right. Other than Michael, is everybody here and ready to go?
And
Yes.
I'm here.
All right. First off, you'll all notice that we're on our new beautiful title screen. They don't look exactly like your characters, but I don't know. One of you can be the three-legged guy in the back. Oh, here we go. Here's a go fuck yourself. From Bazinga. It's live, prick. All right.
Wait, I just noticed, is that sun misshapen across the pole?
You know what? It might be, dude. It's an AI rendering.
I'm just surprised the AI messed up a circle.
They messed up an entire support structure too. That building would fall over. That's right.
Which building?
The one on the right there.
The one
It's
that
missing
has
a
a
whole-
building underneath it, but it has windows, dude.
Wait, it's
No,
yeah, the
It was missing
pole
a
is just
support-
missing.
It's the complete support structure is gone.
Like only one of the poles is there. The other
Can you
one's just
guys not
missing.
ruin my hard work immediately? Give it a few fucking minutes.
It's not your work, it's the
It
AI's
took you.
work.
It
It's
took
making
you
fun of
a
the
couple
AI.
minutes to write a prompt that the AI then made.
No, actually, I generated like 40 pictures trying to find one I liked. All right.
Okay, in that case.
So, where we left off, you guys had just gotten done doing some dirty work for Becca, and you came across a member of the syndicate going by the name of Baldwin. You quickly dispatched of his dogs, and his friend Spike ran away, and you guys kidnapped Baldwin for an interrogation. Now, instead of having you guys, like, RP how you got back to town, we're just gonna start right off in town at Becca's Tavern. So I'm gonna load it up and let me know if you can see Becca's Tavern so we make sure we're good.
So, Baldwin is with us. I don't know that I agree with the term kidnapping.
I don't care if you agree, I'm the DM. You kidnapped this bitch.
I prefer to call it a civilian arrest.
Alright, so as you guys come back to the tavern and you come busting through the door, you see, let me go to her dirty work. You see Rebecca over in a corner drinking and sitting on one of the stools as you come busting through the door carrying Baldwin with Sam in tow. Sam's like, get in there, you dirty piece of shit, and he throws him on the ground. You guys are on the ground. I'm not making your tokens any bigger, but you can all see your tokens down there, right?
Mhm.
Don't worry about moving your tokens, because you're not, like, this is the theater of mind.
I don't have vision.
That was an accident.
You don't have vision at all?
Raven
No,
isn't there.
it's just a black square for me.
There we go, because everybody's supposed
There
to
we
just
go.
be able to see it regardless. There we go.
No, you didn't put Raven's token
I
there.
can,
Yeah, all right. So you guys come busting in with him, and you see she's over there drinking shots, and as she turns and sees Baldwin get thrown into the tavern and rolls on the ground, she immediately turns and runs right over to him, screaming, "Ah! What'd you do to him?" And she starts punching him in the face and just clawing at this dude and starts beating the living hell out of this guy while he's on the ground. And Sam runs up and grabs him. He's like, help me get her off of him. We can't, if she kills him now, we won't get anything from him. And she starts trying to drag him away from him as she's kicking and punching Baldwin in the face like a rabid Wolverine.
Axel, you can treat his wounds if he gets too bloody, right?
Who'd you say that to?
Axel?
Axel's not here quite yet.
Okay, I know.
Yeah, I can, but if she kills
Like
him, I
he's our
can't.
hero.
I'm
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna
Well,
cast Sanctuary on him.
Wait, what does Sanctuary do?
Wisdom saving throw to make an attack against the affected creature.
Okay, she's gonna roll a wisdom saving throw. If she fails, I guess she's gonna turn around and start punching fucking. Okay, I can work this out.
It's something that needs to be repeated every time she wants to attack him, as long as the spell is in effect.
What's your DC?
My DC, I believe, is 15. Yeah, 15.
All right, go ahead and use the spell slot as you cast Sanctuary on her, and she doesn't stop.
It's not on her. It's on the
Well,
the
yeah,
guy
on him,
who's
but she
on
rolled
Baldwin.
the saving throw, and it's 17. So she like ignores your first cast of this spell and boots this dude in the jaw one more goddamn time, as hard as she can.
Well, no, it's per attack.
Yeah, she got
Every
one more
time
attack.
she wants to.
That's what I'm
punch him.
saying. You cast it on her, on him. She passed the first roll, she gets one more boot, and she kicks him in the fucking head, and then she turns around and starts crying on Sam's shoulder.
Okay.
And she stops, she cries for a couple of seconds, she wipes her face, she's like, put him in the chair. I'll be right back. And Sam grabs Baldwin and drags him over to the other side of the room and kneels him down in this chair that I'm gonna share in chat. So she puts him down in the chair. Then you hear in the background. Let me find. You guys are free to RP while this is all happening, by the way.
Yikes. Do not get on her bad side.
Oh, here we go. Then you hear a noise. And as you turn back, you notice
Are you
that.
sure that's the nose you wanted to play?
Actually, no, because I was supposed to have torture sounds, but I can't seem to find them. I thought I had torture sounds, and I cannot fucking find them. But you hear torture sounds.
Aren't you not allowed to live stream torture?
Shut up.
Suspension of disbelief, my friend.
So you hear torture sounds coming, and you look back behind the corner, and you see that she's put out like a gramophone, you know, one of those big megaphone things, and she's put on like a little record with like moaning and weird, terrible sounds. And then she comes out, walks by you guys, kind of looks and says, "That should get him money scared." And she walks over to where he is. You guys said you wanted to interrogate this guy. This is your shit.
So Destin is actually like, is there a table in this room like nearby?
Yeah, any one of those tables that you see in the picture. Theater of Mind,
Okay.
mainly.
Okay, so Destin's going to sit down at a table nearby, near where he is, and he pulls out his notebook and pen. And he just kind of looks over to Baldwin. Not really saying anything, but expecting a response.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Who's questioning this guy? This was your idea, people.
Well, it has been a month, in fairness.
Alright, so
Well, one of you bitches need to step up.
alright. Let's see. What was his name?
Baldwin. If you need a refresher, he was stealing.
I remember that. Yeah, they were stealing food from Rebecca's establishment, and they were killing the kids that were delivering the food.
Yeah.
And so we
food
went
and
down.
grog.
We pretended to be a delivery, and we caught one of them. Another one escaped.
Yep.
I mean, Raven gestures to Zahn. You've always been the one most eager to hunt down the filth of the world.
Zahn looks at him like a very trivial look, like this guy's kind of like a nobody. Like, is it worth our effort?
Well, you fucking kidnapped him, so
Well,
damn
we
sure.
start at the bottom. We're not sure. We've gotten him. Now we're trying to work our way up.
For Christ's sakes, haven't any of you ever pulled off a successful interrogation move?
The floor is yours.
Should walk up to the guy. So,
Yeah.
you were sent there. Pick us off. Interrupt our shipment.
No, not to pick any of you off. I was
Whatever.
My job is to steal shit. You guys have shit.
Is there a specific reason that this was a target? It's
Why
delivery.
else? Because you guys have good shit. I ain't telling you anything else.
Really now?
He kind of leans back, and this chair is actually mighty comfy. He spits
Is
at
it?
you. He's like, talk about not
So-
being prepared.
I'm working on it, alright? This is my first interrogation.
Note to self:
What?
make them
He's
kill
making us fun of
everyone
us
so
for.
that they don't have to interrogate someone.
We're the heroes. We're not supposed to be good at this kind of stuff.
Well, you don't have to be
Oh, and
torturing him, but you could be
Sanctuary has dropped. Sanctuary has dropped, by the way.
Have very many good questions because it's been a while, but I'm trying. Alright?
I will try and lead off to get you guys going. Sam's
Alright.
gonna grab him by the shoulder and he's gonna punch him in the face. And you're gonna look at him and go, "You're gonna tell us exactly what we want to know, or you're gonna end up leaving here in pieces." And then he goes, "Rebecca." Any questions? Rebecca's like, "I want to know why the syndicate is working in Irving's town. And I want to know why they think they can get away with killing my kids." And Sam looks at him and goes, "You heard the lady." He punches him in the face one more time.
Oh!
Oh.
Anybody
You're
else
you're not gonna get anywhere with brute force.
Is he saying anything?
He's coughing up blood right now. I'm just trying to get you guys off the ground.
Okay.
Do you have a pair of pliers laying around?
Rebecca's like, "Yeah, I think I got some pliers." You go over. You hear him rustling around. She comes walking back, and she's got these big metal motherfuckers.
Let me show you all the
Remind
technique.
me.
Sorry.
Remind me. He mentioned the Mortar family when we were arresting him. Is that like the head of the syndicate, or is the head of the syndicate someone else?
You can ask that question if you like.
Yeah. All right. You mentioned the Mortar family when we were when you were on the ground, bleeding and bruised. Who are they? Are they at the top? Are they the responsible for this region?
Yeah, they're the top. I don't feel very uncomfortable about telling you that because you should know that by now. I mean, this entire region belongs to them, except for this pissant town and that shit castle.
Right. Yeah. Keep telling yourself that it's not going to belong to them for much longer.
500
Who's
strong,
in charge
my
of this
friend.
region? Who's in charge of this region then?
He spits.
Who's the one reporting to them?
I ain't telling you anymore.
Hand me those.
She handed you the pliers.
Oh, okay.
Kind of looks at you.
Yeah.
He's a little shaken. He's gonna do a wisdom check to see how shaken he is just by seeing the pliers.
Before I do that, in response to him spitting on me, I say, "Wrong answer," and I cast Mind Sliver on him. Let me see if
Okay.
I can.
Taking away all my thunder. This is where I shine.
Just go ahead and cast it right on him. It should work the same. He's a normal token.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I delve into his mind, and like not trying to read it in any way because I can't really do that. But oh wait, okay. But just messing with him, making him like.
I'm gonna
I
put
didn't really give
disadvantage
it much
because
of
no
a-
matter what, he takes the damage.
I just
Because
make him scared.
you hear him scream.
Oh!
Ah! Is that the best you got, pig?
All right. This is where I step
No,
in.
no, I'm just warming you up for my friend here.
Let me show you a little thing that I picked up from my old man.
Wait, hang on
Someone
one
hold
second.
his.
I'm gonna roll this wisdom throw. He is not scared. He looks at you defiantly. What are you gonna do?
Is that with the minus 1d4
Oh, he gets a minus 1d4, don't he?
for my mind sliver? Yeah.
My bad.
Okay. So
Hang on a second. He starts to shake. What are you gonna do with that? Hang on a second, Nate. You can jump
Okay,
in when
okay.
he gets done to rip, because I know what he's doing. Go ahead and continue,
Okay.
Mitch.
okay.
All right. Hold his wrist down.
Which one of you is doing
Raven
that for him?
Elijah's.
Nate, are you grabbing his wrist for him?
Yeah, I'll help him out.
All right. Everyone, take a look. See. You start with the
No.
little one.
No, no.
Movement is locked for me.
Yeah, because I'm
Now.
just keeping everybody. I'll move you up here. He starts moving. No. Nate, give me a strength check. He's gonna
You know
try.
exactly
he's trying to
what
break
you
his
can
hand
do,
free.
Don't you?
A strength check. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's gonna be opposed. 4.
Oof. Oh wait, that's.
Oh, come on, thing.
Been playing for like a year, and people still don't know how to roll shit.
Well, no, it was. I don't know why I kept on closing on me. Anyway.
You get a real firm grip on his hand, and he starts kicking his feet and shivering and moving.
Now you gotta take it, and you take the bottom part and you shove it right up under the nail, and yank.
Give me a saving throw. He bites his lip, spits at you. That's nothing compared to what Mom Pa Mortar will do to me. Fuck, I just told him who Mom Pa Mortar is.
See? Gets you all the information you could ever want. Now let's move on to the ring finger.
Zahn, what did you want to do?
I look over at Cade and be like, "This is fine. This is working. But do you want to get the information a little faster? Do you want to speed this along?"
I think I'm better with the pulling if you all want to ask the questions.
If I drain this poor fellow near death, he will sing like a canary because he'll be so disoriented.
I'd like to point out that Zahn is only doing this as an excuse to drink.
Let's ask questions first, and then you can get what you.
Well, no, Don doesn't need to. He has that elixir with him. He doesn't. This is not. He just knows what has
I know,
worked for
I'm just
him in the
busting
past.
balls because Nate
He
cannot
has worked
resist
with
a
him in the
drink.
past. Yeah,
Like, you put a drink in front of Zahn, he's gonna drink it.
yeah.
Are you drinking him?
We want him somewhat coherent, please. Let's wait.
Okay. You tell
Rebecca
me when
goes,
you're ready.
you know, the kid's right. Hang on a second. She walks over to the bar. You hear some noise. She comes back. She walks over to you, and she hands you a salt shaker. She goes, here. I'm sorry I lost my cool last time. This should
Yeah.
work. And she walks back over. At this
I
point,
like
Sam is like, you gotta be kidding me. Fucking barbarians.
I like the way you think, Miss Ma'am.
Destin's quietly taking notes.
All right.
Destin notes, pull little one first.
Well, he's
Alright.
taking notes on the responses first and foremost.
Now I have
But
a
I like to
question.
think that this is kind of like a court transcript of exactly what happened and how it went and how it happened.
Before I take away your ability to ever get married, who is Mom Pa Mortar, and what exactly do they do?
I'm gonna try. Thank you. You finally gave a question that can be answered. I'm gonna do one more wisdom saving throw at disadvantage because he's shitting bricks right now and he's shaking. Look. If you want me to tell you everything, you gotta swear to me that you'll let me get the hell out of this area, this entire region, because they're going to cut me to pieces if I tell you everything.
Alright. I'll let you leave alive. And do whatever hell you need to get out of Dodge. I won't get in your way.
Ma and Pa Mortar are the patriarch and matriarch of the Mortar family. There are 4 living members with their sons Brick and Mortar. Brick and Mortar. I know, I'm retarded. They run drugs and slaves in this region. They're based out of a place called... fuck, did I forget the name of the place? Of course I did, because I never... When you think you're prepared, and then you realize you're not always prepared. What the fuck did you just do? You just moved my camera, jackass!
I apologize.
Ma and Pa, patriarch and matriarch in that order. Yes.
So Ma is the patriarch and Pa is the matriarch.
Fuck!
We stand.
I screwed that up, but yes, in general, that's what it is. We're
Good
going
for
with
them.
it, dude. That's what you call, Alright, they run their organization out of a town called Burwood Bluffs to the north. And quite frankly, their goal is to take over the rest of the region. The only place in this entire area that isn't under their control is a place called Deadwood, and that won't be that way for long. And this town here, with Irving in the way, and they do not like Irving. Now, please, can I get a Band-Aid and some Benactin or something? It's gonna get infected.
What do y'all think?
Rebecca fucking punches him in the back of the head. I don't care. Let it get infected. Hell, I'll piss
Yeah.
on it if I want.
I mean, we got a guy right here that will drink the infected blood right out of you.
Basinga not being here is not working right now because I was hoping he would like try and calm her down.
Yeah, have like a one-liner come on.
I
Stuff like that,
wanted
yeah.
him to build up her story with him, like
Oh, yeah,
him
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to talk her down as she's beating the fuck out of this guy.
Yeah.
I would be disappointed I've gotten so soft.
Are you done torturing him?
Nope.
What else you
Nope.
want to know? Look, man, all I can tell you is that they want Irving dead and gone, but they can't handle Irving right now, so they're going after Deadwood first. They're gonna hit it with 500 strong in a month or so, and they're gonna take that entire town, and they're gonna turn it into another living hell.
Alright.
And
Anything
who do you
else?
report to? You report to them directly?
I am supposed to go there every couple of weeks and drop off the earnings to the town. I've never met any of the leadership. Most of the
Alright.
people in the town don't meet the leadership, but they're like a brotherhood. Think of it like a, and this is the DM note, think of it like a samurai clan or something. Whether you are a low-level anybody, you are deadfully loyal or you are just dead.
Now, before you go, or before I let my associates decide whether to let you go or not, I have one more
He
question.
looks over at Zahn, and Zahn's like filing his tooth.
I would like to know any significant associates that you are currently in work for, as well as this Mortar family. Is there anyone else that we need to be aware of?
Not that I know of. I mean, other than the third son who died years ago, they keep pretty tight. They don't let any outsiders in, and they trade with other organizations, but that's as far as they go. They
Alright.
have dealings
I mean,
with
they don't have any. They don't have any lieutenants. They handle everything personally.
No, it's those 4, and everybody else is on the same level playing field outside of that. They don't let anybody else have any authority but those 4. So there are stronger members amongst the group. You may come across stronger members within this family, but the only authority they have is the same as everyone else's. They get their orders in town from a board with what tells them what to do, and they have no contact with the leadership. Except when it's time to be someone to be killed for not doing what they're told. And they have regular executions inside Briarwood or Burwood to teach people who step out of line.
And these are all things that he's telling us?
Yes.
Is there anything? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
They don't have, like I said, they don't have a structure of command other than those 4 people, and those 4 people do not talk to the people beneath them. They give their orders directly by putting them on this board. And every day, almost like a cult, they're supposed to go out and check the board and do what they do. He was assigned to gathering money and stealing supplies and weakening Irving. So all he does is go down here, do this, and every couple of weeks he hauls stuff back, drops it off at the gates of Burwood, and leaves.
Okay.
Now, Miss Rachel.
If they're gonna field an army, if they're gonna field an army 500 strong to take over Deadwood, how much people are gonna be left back at Burwood?
He doesn't know the exact numbers.
All right.
Like, he can't tell you for sure the exact numbers. Because, again, it's like a... God, it's hard to explain. Because I'm modeling after a video game I once played, like I always do. But it's like... You could say they have subordinates, like people who are in charge of stuff, but they don't consider anybody an individual, if you get what I mean. So if they say... We're gathering 500 men strong, they'll put on the board the names of all the people, and nobody is in command of that group except for the one member of the family who will lead them, and that's one of the 4 members. And then when they're sent to do something, they're not supposed to question. They get their orders, and they go and do it. They don't need to be told what to do by other leaders because they are expected to follow 100% whatever's told to them by the letter or the board that has their name on it, without question.
So I'm guessing because there's no structure, they have no idea how big the operation actually is.
Yes.
How big the crime family actually is.
And that also means that they can't attempt to politic and move up and do anything and gather power because they have no way of grasping at power by not knowing anything. For all Baldwin knows, he could be like, I'm gonna go talk to these 5 people that they told to come with me, and I'm gonna see if they want to help me. Any one of them could just be someone who's there just specifically to kill him, because he got a note that says, "Kill Baldwin, he's betrayed us," and the guy won't know why, but he specifically has to do it because don't question fucking orders.
And yet they still have the concept of outsiders, so they must still somehow be able to recognize who's part of the family and who's not.
Well, I mean, nobody's bothered to look at this guy.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Real catch up. Bazinga, your woman is trying to beat this guy to death.
Okay. Who's the guy?
Baldwin, the guy you guys kidnapped 2 weeks ago. She's being very aggressive. So, at this point, Sam is going to walk over and be like, this whole power structure doesn't make any sense. How do you know who's who? And he looks up, and he kind of lifts up his hand that you've already ripped the fingernail off of, and he pulls up his sleeve, and you see a brand, like a burn mark on his hand, that just says Baldwin, and then says 005, and that's it. He says,
Okay.
Every one of us has a brand with a number and our name on it.
This is when I step in.
Of course you do. Getting thirsty, I say.
Yeah, you're the 5th person to join this family. Congrats.
Anyway, so, I'm like, listen, guys, I offer to get this information quickly, but it seems like your method worked out pretty well. And like I said, this guy was a nobody. That's why I didn't really care. He's not actually true evil. He doesn't have that intent in him.
He squealed after only one nail.
Now you, Baldwin.
Yeah, God. Please don't drink me.
No. If you now you already know if they know about this, you're dead, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to actually make amends for what you've done, or what you were forced to do in your, I guess you could say, in the way you see it?
You go ahead and give me.
Destin has stopped writing and is intently watching this right now.
All right. You're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
have to give me an insight check to determine if he has any remorse at all, or if he's just scared to fucking die.
Can I also do an insight?
Yes. This guy does not give a fuck about any of what he's done. He just is weaseling to try not to be tortured and killed. This guy is pure scum.
So I take it your silence as a no, and you intended what you did.
And your sword's letting you know this, by the way.
Yeah. So, so I look at him and be like, well, I'm gonna leave you to my friends, and what happens to you after? Well, it's what happens to you after.
Grim, center your
It's what
screen.
happens to you.
Oh yeah, frickin' Alex moved my screen.
Uh-huh.
So,
My apologies.
Miss Rachel.
Rebecca?
Oh, Rebecca, sorry. My bad.
Rebecca Rachel.
Do you have any more questions you'd like to ask?
Only one. She pushes you aside. She grabs a hold of those plier things. She kneels down next to him, puts the plier around his finger, not the nail. She looks directly in his eyes and goes, "Which one of you motherfuckers
Will you marry me?"
killed him?" And he looks up. Him who? The boy that was driving the wagon last time. And his face turns pale white. And she goes, "Thought so." And she snaps the thing down and rips his finger right off.
Damn, baby, that was sexy.
Then she moves on to the next finger.
That's my kind of girl right there.
And he starts screaming, "Get off me! Get off me!" And she snaps it down on the next finger and starts ripping at it. Is anybody gonna stop this bitch? Because I'm going through every finger if you don't.
That's what it is.
Alright, after like
What?
2 minutes, she gets down to like one hand with only one finger left, and she gets tired. And stops.
What a lady.
And she walks over. She walks directly over to where Malcolm is, and she drops to her knees and starts crying.
Put my arm around her, say, "Everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna take care of this."
He turned me into a monster. And I'm not done yet either. I want the rest of them. She starts bawling. I want every one of them. She goes into a like Al Capone. I mean Al Pacino. Not Al Pacino. Robert De Niro from like The Untouchables. She's like, "I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his fucking dog dead." And she's screaming it at you. She's presenting it to you, Malcolm.
Oh, okay, can't move.
We'll find them. I don't know if we're able to kill every one of them, but they'll get their justice.
At this point, you guys hear Sam loosening the chains, and he's like, "Better get the fuck out of here, man." And Baldwin gets up and starts running for the door with blood pouring on the ground.
Yeah, that's when Zahn noses it and zooms after him.
Uh-oh.
A second. Ah, you don't have Misty stat. So like,
Misty. Oh, okay. I know.
all right,
Yeah.
so you fly past him. Are you drinking him?
All right. Yeah, and I grab him and I take. I'm be like, I'll take it from here, and they just see me disappear with him.
And he's gone, and I go. Does anybody have a problem with it this time?
Never had a problem with it before.
Problem
Sam
with
goes
what
over and
exactly?
sits on a thing. Goes, why hell, I wanted to kill him myself. Just didn't want to torture him, and I'm not that into that kind of shit. What
It gets easier once you start doing it more often.
What about you, Destin?
Austin kind of nods passively along with what Sam is saying, where he didn't want to torture him, but like, honestly, he kind of had it coming.
At this point, Rebecca stands up. She wipes down her apron, wipes her eyes. Oh, boys. Thank you very much for that. And don't blame yourselves. I went overboard. I'm gonna head back to the castle. You guys should too. Sam, can you lock up?
Frankly, I think what you did here is going to keep those kids safer than what we did. Just taking one guy off the street.
Well, you've made an impression on the syndicate for sure.
And he's made an impression on them as well.
Go run back and cry to your
Okay.
boss.
So as that scene fades, does anybody have anything else to do? Other than Nate drinking a corpse again.
Destin's just looking over the notes again. Deadwood is the town that they're attacking?
They're looking to attack.
Yeah, what do we know about Deadwood? Would we know why they're still not under their control?
You know nothing about Deadwood yet? You'd have to talk to Irving about that. Because you
Sounds
guys
like a
don't know
plan.
much about the region yet.
That's kind of where Destin's making a beeline to, is Irving.
And I'll make a just small glance over to where they keep the wanted posters for a second, and then follow after.
Then we'll say you guys head back to Valeria. As you arrive, you see work going on. People, they're moving the horses in, doing the stuff they normally do. You see Jeeves directing stuff as you guys move into the courtyard area. He walks up. He's like, "Ah, boys, welcome back. It seems
Who's
you've been putting in some work, I hear."
Who's talking to us?
Jeeves. I'm about to put him on the map. Give me a second. He's gonna be called Colonel
I don't-
Colewood, but that's just because I haven't changed all his shit yet.
I thought Jeeves had a different voice.
I don't, dude. Voices are not my thing, bro.
I mean,
Do
you're
you
doing a
forget
great
that
job so
just
far.
last week I tried to do Drom doing a female and I sounded ridiculous? Hey boys, like that's literally what you got. Yeah, I'm not very good at voices. Good evening, sirs.
Amazing.
What do I
Hello
owe
there.
the pleasure as he walks up to you?
You should act for an asylum, Woody.
Then they wouldn't be able to hear his voice.
It is getting quite late out. I'm glad you guys
So-
returned.
What did remind me, when was the Deadwood attack planned? A month
month.
out?
Yeah, around a month. He doesn't know for sure. He just hears rumors and rumblings about the plans. But you didn't bother to ask him about more of the plans, so.
I was trying my best.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying I can't give you any more because you didn't ask him for any more.
Yeah. I mean, that's totally fair.
Jeeves is
Jeeves,
like,
is Irving available to speak to? We have information about the Mortar family that might be of use.
Destin
Or
is
reference.
with Raven at this moment, holding his notebook.
He's like, the Syndicate. Yes, yes.
Yes.
He has retired for the night. Perhaps you can catch him in the morning, but he is very busy preparing some stuff for you guys. He will have a
What for?
meeting with you within a few days, about a week, I would say.
I guess we'll be finding out.
So I'm sure you can talk to him then, but he's quite busy right now preparing our next move.
Well,
He should hear this before continuing his plans.
I will give him a message first thing in the morning. Is that acceptable, Master Destin?
Destin nods.
As for that, though, it is getting rather late. I suggest you all retire for the night. Remember, he's like a father figure guy. And he heads off to walk the grounds and make sure the defenses are ready for the night. Well, some cool music plays.
last thing I want to do right now is sit alone in the dark.
Well, you guys can choose what you do. This is just his suggestion.
Do you not sleep?
Kinda.
Since JD is running very late, I'm going to say that he heads off to his room to crash.
It's sort of like sleep.
So does Jarek. So if nobody's got any plans, we will do the long rest.
I think Destin's probably going to polish his armor before he heads out. Like polish armor, weapons, and switch it back into Guardian.
All right.
Guardian configuration.
I think you already know how to do that now. So you can go ahead and do it on your own.
Done.
Alright. So, we'll say, since no one gave me anything, we'll say you guys head off to sleep. Okay, here's the deal. You guys are going to be in Castle Valeria for the next about a week, waiting to meet and talk to Irving. During that time frame, you guys are going to be basically leveling up. I asked all of you to come up with something small about what you do during this downtime. I will start one at a time and go through each one of you, alright? So I'm going to start with Kane. For the week that you are in downtime, my friend, what are you doing? And how are you spending this time?
When not spending time with the others, Caden is just sort of going to wander in the courtyard alone. At night, he will be sitting out in the courtyard, sort of communicating with the spirits. And, basically, kind of discussing why there has been a, not fork, but a diversion from the road that he's been on previously.
Are you not doing what you said you would?
It's more important that I work with these people because they can help me get what I want.
Your dedication to me is all that's important.
You're
Remember, I
helping
give
me
you
with-
life.
You're supposed to be helping me with what I want.
As the voice kind of fades away in anger, and you hear, remember, you belong to
hell I do.
All right, you said you were taking witty.
Yeah.
All right, so you are taking witty, dude. The force of your personality may go unnoticed at first, but in practice, others rarely make you do anything you wouldn't want to do. You gain the following benefits: increase your charisma +1. When you would make a wisdom saving throw, you can choose to make a charisma saving throw instead. You can use this ability a number of times equal to your charisma, to your proficiency modifier. That will be updated for next session now, as I will build the stuff. All right? So we say you go through a week of talking with these spirits and arguing and kind of just getting your head together. And your conversation with him makes you... The way you're able to manipulate the conversation with this spirit that you are talking to makes you stronger and a little more witty and more charismatic, as you manage to hold this spirit at bay that's been waiting a long time for its reward for returning you back to life, and is a little fed up with putting up with it. All right?
Okay.
Destin!
So am I able to go to town to buy to Gentleman Jack's?
If that's what you wish to do.
Because that's part of what I'd like to do.
All right.
And I'd like to pick up chainmail
All right.
if I'm able to, and ideally a shield.
Well, let's find my catalog. Here we go. Armor. Chainmail is heavy, right?
It's heavy. It's AC 16, 75 gold.
Yep.
Is the price in the
75
catalog.
gold for chainmail, and a shield is 10 gold. All right. So
Is that something I'm able to get like the first day of the week?
yeah. I'm not going to bother
Alright.
loading up the thing, because you don't even need to go to town. Remember, this is like a Pony Express thing. So we say you order it before you go to bed that night, and it arrives the next morning.
Okay, so 385 gold is what I'm left with. I had 470.
Alright, let me
minus 85.
get the items into your character, because that's something that's easy. I don't have to create this shit. That's
So Destin is spending some time with Irving, actually working on the research with him, working on what it is that he's researching, trying to help him out with it as much as he can, and in the process he's picking up skills of his own, and obviously he's learning a lot of history from Irving, and he's also becoming more proficient at his investigative skills from going through this massive amount of research that Irving has, knowing what to look for, where to find it, and so gaining proficiency in history, gaining expertise in investigation.
Okay.
And then I think you said that I was allowed to take the the +1 to strength, as I'm basically modifying my current armor with what I've just purchased.
What was the +1 to strength from?
I believe the feat has 3 effects: proficiency in a skill, expertise in a skill, and +1 to an ability score.
All right, as long as that's the case. Hang on a second.
Um,
So we'll say that you get up in the morning, you get your stuff, and you head up to Irving's office, and you knock on the door. He's like, come in. Because we're going to RP this whole fucking thing, dude.
all right. So I think he's mentioned in the past he's working on research.
Yep.
What would I know anything that like about what he's currently working on?
His basic thing right now is they are researching the locations of temples and places that he needs to have excavated by a team as they try to track down what I told you at the beginning, which is the Guardians and the source of their death and how to try and bring them back. Because he believes that the Guardian tree of the planet known as Yggdrasil died, and that is why the world itself is rotting away. Quickly, what skills did you say you were doing?
Proficiency in history
And
increasing investigation to expertise.
all right, I'm just typing that in now so I can do it later. If you haven't already done it, with knowing you probably did.
I have not.
Oh, okay. I'll do that right now.
So,
Let's see history.
Irving, sir.
Hey, Destin. Do come in.
We spoke with one of the bandits last night, and he told us they're planning to attack Deadwood, sir.
Everybody should be able to see that. All right, so you step in, and you, as you're saying this, and you see Irving kind of like flipping through papers along with Williams, and he's. Did you get a date? Do you know when this is happening, my friend?
Roughly a month, sir.
They're gonna try and do what they did to Briarwood. Or Burwood. We don't have time to deal with it right now, though. We got a month, you say?
Roughly, sir.
I'll dispatch some people to get some information for us, and we'll have to set up a plan. But we can't let them have Deadwood. The innocent people there will become live-in prisoners like Burwood. And then they'll slowly die off from drug use and slave labor. And then he goes back to like sorting out his papers, and you see like on the table.
And in the meantime, sir,
I need to send. I have to have some of my people investigate. I will relay to Jeeves, and Jeeves will send some people to gather some information.
Well, I'm saying that as in like, and in the meantime, while that's happening,
I will. He goes. We will continue our research. I have a lot of resources. What the fuck is that? Hang on a second. I got a weird unknown on my screen. All right, whatever. If we have a lot of research and resources being wasted on that, we need to get this part done. There are far bigger things to worry about, but I promise you, we'll do something about the town before the attack happens.
Is there any way I can help you with the research, sir?
Do you know anything about ancient history? Give me a history check.
This should be -2 because I do not yet have the proficiency.
Yeah, nice.
So it's a history check. Ooh, 11.
He goes.
Probably things I've heard, but nothing deep.
I tell you what, take these, and he spreads these papers out. He's like, comb through those. Where did you say you were from? Again?
You're putting me on the spot here. I don't know the name of the town.
The kingdom area that you're from is East Gilead. I don't. The town, we haven't made a name, so you can pick a town name. But you are from.
I'm just going to tell him East Gilead.
Okay. He goes, and he looks through and he's like, "Here, take this map, take this book. If you're from there, you might know something about that region. We're looking for a temple within that region that is not the massive one that everyone sees. And you'll know that, like, for you as a player, what Destin would know when he says that is basically there's a massive temple. The map's not done yet, but remember that map I showed you a long time ago where you literally said, wow, that's a huge building?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, but anyway, there's a massive temple on that map that's so big that every area in East Gilead and half of West Gilead can see this thing. It's a huge fucking temple. But that is not the place they're looking for. That's what he's basically portraying to you, is that they're looking for another temple that's little known and very well hidden.
We don't necessarily have to run it, but after spending a couple hours trying to comb through this, are we just going to say, yeah, Destin's like in here for a couple hours trying to comb through this?
Basically every day.
Anything. Well, for the first day.
Yeah.
Just the first day right now. After that, Destin, after several hours of reading, he's growing a bit restless, and he's going to say, I think I need a break, sir. I'm going to prepare an upgrade for my armor, sir.
Good idea. I mean, you were hired for your expertise in combat anyway. Best be prepared. Thank you for your help,
So
young
Destin's
book
going
in
to
the
go
map.
out. Yeah, and Destin is going to make his way over to basically anywhere where he can be working on forging this to make it all fit together properly.
So we'll say you head up into your room to gather whatever supplies, and then you head out to the courtyard and over to the area where they do like horseshoe work and forge stuff.
Yeah. And if Destin can run into Axel at some point and ask him if he would know anything about a temple that's more hidden, I'd like to do that.
Since he's not here right now, we'll say that you run into him, and the only thing he gives you is that he's from a place known as the Dead Waste, and he's never been out of that area since.
So he does not know.
He has no clue.
All right. I didn't think so, but
All right.
I figured it might be worth asking, since obviously he has connections.
Raven, Destin continues his research and stuff like that. Raven, you are up.
All right, so first off, Raven's going to be ordering some additional ammunition from the Gentleman Jacks. Some basic ammunition, some spicy ammunition, and a special type of ammo that's going to be coming in handy during this downtime. He's going to also run into Irving at some point. Is there a library in this place? I'd like to look into what the ancients had going on with their weaponry.
All right. First thing, are you ordering actual ammo from a list I have on here?
No, I'm not ordering any actual ammo. Part of the ammo is one of my new spells. Part of the ammo is just the basic ammo I need.
Okay.
I don't think I actually saw ammo listed anywhere, so I don't know what the price of that would be.
So we'll say it's 50 gold will get you another 50 rounds. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
Right.
Yeah, I'll mark that down.
And I'll get some ammo into there later when I start adding incendiary and all that stuff. As for the library, his office is where all the books are, so you can head up into his office too on one of the days.
Right, yeah. So Raven's also going to be poring over books, looking at the weapons of old, seeing what he can figure out, both about his gear and just also looking for ideas. Until one day, would he be doing this in his room, or would he be responsible?
It's up to you.
He'd probably be responsible. No, I know. I'm just thinking he would probably be responsible. He would be doing this out in the courtyard, and anyone going their day would hear and see a massive explosion, and Raven just cackling, which is he never done before. Yes. Okay. Now that will strike fear.
Other members of the group are like, Raven laughing? What the fuck?
Wait,
and then
he's
also,
not being quiet?
also throughout this week, I would like Destin and Kane to roll perception checks.
Go ahead, guys. I'll put your characters on the thing to make it
Perception?
easy for you. There you go.
Yeah, perception. And
14.
I will roll. I'll just do a single roll.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
okay.
20.
It's a little unfortunate. It's a little unfortunate. Okay. I'm not gonna.
You have
I'll
a
save it for
+6
later.
against a +3 and a +1.
Yeah, what the fuck do you expect to happen? Cheating fuck.
And then he rolls well on top of it.
All right, so what are you doing, Raven?
I kind of want to save it for later, but screw it. I don't want to share it. I just think it's a cool idea. Basically, what the others don't notice is that Raven's lurking around the place, and he's shooting little rubber pellets that he bought from Gentleman's Jack. Like he's trying to practice shooting in such a way that the bullets will go unnoticed by the targets, even though he's shooting pretty close to them, like as if he was aiming at them, but not actually trying to hit them.
So, like, in the middle of the night, like, Kane is talking to his spirits, you shoot something near him and he flicks his ear like it's a fly. He's just like...
Yeah, that kind of thing. And that's basically him practicing so that in the field, when he's trying to shoot at enemies and he misses, they're not going to notice. And he can keep his advantage of stealth.
Which means he
AKA
learned...
the Skulker feat.
Yeah, took the Skulker feat. Which I totally forgot to put the name in, so I can't read off what the Skulker feat does.
I can pull it up real
So
quick.
is
but
there a
basically,
particular reason he chose Destin and Kane?
I mean, I just chose you two because you two have done your things so far, so I figured it would make more sense to, like... It gives an image of what you were doing when this happened. But he is also doing it for the others as well, and if they want to roll perception during their downtime activities, I'd like to see if they can beat my 22. But yeah, Skulker, I can hide when I'm lightly obscured. Dim light doesn't impose disadvantage on perception checks, and if I miss a ranged weapon attack, I don't reveal my position.
Which is hilarious, because you're using a fucking rifle. Kaboom! You don't see me. Okay. Alright, so for, like, the next week, you dick move and mess with people.
Basically.
Malcolm!
Wow, yes.
You're next, dude. What do you do for this week, other than consulting your woman?
I've been courting with my woman.
Also, I should point out, I gave you the feat that I picked for you, because you told me to pick one.
Yeah.
Is the Inspiring Leader feat.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
So what are you doing?
Well, first I have to stop at the little shop and get some ammo.
Alright, so you're ordering some ammo.
I need to order some ammo.
Want me to do the same thing? Give you 50 for 50 gold?
That's yes.
Alright. 6. And then we'll take 50 gold from you. I gave you back 4,000. That's an awful lot of change.
I quite appreciate it.
The delivery guy's like, "Hey, you seem like you're pretty good with the ladies. We got a shipment of chocolate roses in. You want one?"
Oh, definitely.
1 gold.
Sold.
All right. So we say you also grab a chocolate rose. Now,
And
what
then
are
I
you
eat it.
doing?
No, I'm kidding. I spend the week with her, and we talk about what we're gonna do to these people. And I try to convince her to do it legally.
It's so fucking romantic, honey. We're gonna rip these people to pieces romantically. You try to convince her to... Okay, give me a second. Let me resize her to the appropriate size for this map. All right.
I didn't know how big you were, my love.
Oh, you're so kind.
Here's a rose for you.
Oh, chocolate? You're gonna mess up my waist, big boy. What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
I can't.
Shut up and get to work, Bazinga.
Give your inspiring speech.
Now, honey, I know you want to go and kill everything that walks that killed all these kids, but I am a police officer. I am a sheriff. at first, and we need to do this the legal way. So we need to choose who's gonna live and who's gonna die. Who's most important?
I choose all of them, my love.
I know.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right.
Whenever a player and the DM have to flirt between each other.
I think this is a high point of the session so far. Oh my God! You killed her.
Jesus.
I persuades the hell out of you.
How do you know I can't stay mad at you? Not after your raucous lovemaking. I tell you what. I'll hold my vengeance if you swear to me that at the very least you'll put a bullet in the head of that goddamn palm mortar.
Oh, definitely. He's guilty of all charges. And I'm from the West, so it don't matter.
Now, how about you come back to the bar room and I cook you up some good fixins.
All right, sounds good. And then then I'll polish my barrel here.
Oh no, honey, I'm a polisher.
Is that
barrel
what the
for
kids
you.
call it these days?
I'm a polisher barrel for you. As you guys walk off into the sunset. I want to keep going, but I'm fucking embarrassed by it. So okay, who's next?
That's how you know it's going. That's how you know you're doing it right.
Who's next? Let's see. That's everybody
And
but
Malcolm would
Zahn,
like to
right?
roll a perception check as well.
All right, Zahn, how many kids are you killing today?
Oh my God.
Order 66.
Okay. Zahn takes his time to get with Jeeves to let him access to any archives they have to do research, see if he can find any remnants of the sword or traces or mentions of the sacred swords around in any facets or any temples or.
Come with me.
I see we split up into the nerds in the library and the non-nerds doing other stuff.
Sir
Yeah.
Zahn, how,
Winston doing a little bit of both.
what do I owe this pleasure?
So
Master
I have to
Zahn.
thank you. You have given me a lot more time on my hands where I don't have to worry about, I would like access, if you would grant me, to the archives, and I'll do my own research to find if I can find anybody's traces or mentions of these sacred swords I have been searching for many years that have been stolen from my tribe a very long time ago.
As you're talking, he kind of waves over your face. He's like, shh. This way. You're not going to find the information you need in Irving's archives. He has a special selection of books that he lets no one else read but me and him. Come this way. And he brings you over to the small building. And he brings you in. Come inside here. Sit down. Now, the sword. What are you talking about? Remember, you haven't told him anything about your sword, so he knows.
Oh yeah. He doesn't, well, I figured he'd know because he's Jeeves, but okay.
But he hasn't seen the sword outside the sheath yet, so it's just a regular old sword to him.
Okay, yeah. So this sword I carry, it is the last remaining that was not taken when my tribe was completely wiped out. It has an ability. It can sense evil. And there was a number of other swords that are very dangerous in the wrong hands, and I would like to return them back into my hands because I am the last remaining member of my tribe that were protecting these swords.
Jeeves goes over to like a bookshelf and he's like, and he pulls down a book. He opens it up and he starts flipping through the pages and he goes, this kind of looks like it, but not exactly. And he slides his book down in front of you and it looks like a picture of your sword with 4 other swords, but your sword, it looks a little different. As with your sword, it normally has like a... I'm pretty sure I wrote a description. Maybe I didn't. It has like a white light tint to it and a curve. This one looks more dark. Like the blade looks more like Damascus steel black. Everything else about it is the same. And he looks at it and says that if this is the blade you're talking about, then the sword the sword works off of the person. The reason why it senses evil is because its owner is just. And if its owner was evil, it would hunt good for that same person.
Interesting.
And then he points out the other swords, and each one has a description. Now, I'm going to have to freeball this, Nate, because I haven't written any of this shit up, and I didn't expect this coming. So, hopefully I'll remember what I say. The first sword, give me a second. I got to find it. I got fantasy.
My God.
Katana sword names. Here we go. Sword.
Grass cutter.
The basilisk.
All
Right, grass cutter is
first
an
one.
actual mythological sword.
He sees the first one, and it looks like a katana blade, but it's got these serrated points on all of it, and underneath it says "Mortal Scar," and it says the sword that drinks the blood of its victims, even when it does not touch them. Underneath that, there's another sword. God, fuck, Nate, you're gonna make me. God damn it, Nate. Look,
Don't worry, I'm taking notes.
Nate. Swords. I'm making. All right. All right. Mortal Scar, Bloodfinger Sword. The next one says treachery underneath it, and it says, "He who wields this sword loved nothing more than stabbing people in the back, and knows true treachery at any time."
Okay, that's.
Why would you make that sword like that?
They're all cursed. They're not technically made. I'll probably update quite a bit of this because I didn't expect this. But in general, what will happen is I'll take these ideas I have here that I'm coming up with on the freeball, and I'll probably associate them with like personality traits. So the treachery blade will probably be more like a slimy, sneaky personality trait. And keep in mind what I said a minute ago about how the sword he's carrying, it senses evil in the hands of the righteous and senses good in the hands of evil. So these other swords, like treachery, could actually also be honor on the other side, an unwillingness to bend or turn on anyone. Like the duality. I'm just freeballing this shit. They'll be better explained. I did not expect him to do this.
And the one that takes life would give life.
Yeah. Well, the blood drinker is will have like a bleed effect, but yes.
Yeah.
I'll probably change the
isn't
names
that the
around.
blood of Inuyasha?
I'll probably change the names around because this book is not 100% accurate to history. This is just what they're known as. And they could be known that way because of the world and not... In other words, like, Nate's clan knows what these weapons are. The rest of the world just knows them as what they've done. So, in other words, the treasure blade might be named something else. That's 2. We need 2 more, right?
We need one more because we know what my sword is.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's only 4, not 5.
Yeah.
And the last one is called Dawn Star. And underneath it says, the sword that pierces the darkness and gives way to light.
Now that's peculiar, geez. Now why does this last one seem like it's on the side of good, when it depends on the user and the other ones don't seem so much?
God damn you, Nate. No, I actually have a good... Jeeves, it says what I just said a second ago. He explains to you, this book is not necessarily a writing of knowledge, but more of history that has been passed down. So perhaps the other 2 swords are known by that because whoever wielded them committed things that that created that legend. And maybe the one who wielded the Dawn Star did something good, and thus the legend of it piercing the light came from it.
This is all very interesting. I remember very vaguely now, it was so long ago, the person that raised me told me that these swords were never to get into the hands of evil, and he never told me why. That they're blessed with amazing power, but never told me exactly what they could do. But it kind of makes a little more sense. In the hands of evil, it embeds evil and imbues evil.
Yeah.
So
Jeeves is gonna roll an insight check with advantage because he's got that. He's got insight advantage. My dear Master Zahn, perhaps what you say is true, but let me elaborate more. Perhaps these weapons, power is dictated by who wields them. And thus, if someone of pure heart like yourself has this sword, it gives you the power to sense and destroy evil. I would say your master was right to not let them fall into evil people's hands, because it seems to me that these swords change their nature based on who wields them, as if they are one with the person who wields them. As for where they are, this book is just a scattered writing of legends throughout the world. The legend about the mortal scar comes from the land of Gilead. The Dawn Star from the Powder Keg region. Doesn't mean the swords are there. That's just where the legend comes from.
well, I don't know where this book is. It's fairly old, I can see. And if it has the sword I wield myself in this book, it was before my tribe had taken claim of them. So I would presume this book is very ancient.
The last one is your sword, but in here it's just named. It's not named Heavenly Punishment. It's named Hellish Reaver.
Yeah.
So that would mean that most likely someone in the time when this book was written was not using that sword in its holy way.
Yes. They were.
Dude, my lore is fucked.
Sounds can collect the swords and start using the 3-sword fighting style.
Oh man, One Piece is great. Alright, Nate, what else are you doing? You said you were... What was your feat you were picking?
I'm picking mobility.
Okay. So we'll say that you practice training at night, pick up mobility.
Well, no, they don't know where I go. So since Jeeves has given me that ability, I also do my own research to see if I can sense anything or see if the sword will call out to the other swords at all.
Yep.
So I make my way to the scattering around towns and lands throughout the night. And without me having to feed, I can keep on going and don't have to leave a trace or possibly chance of getting caught because I have to drink. So it allows me to cover a lot more ground.
You know, we could say too, that also means that you're... Because remember, we've already established that you are holding back tremendous power.
Yeah.
So what if we say now that you have that stone and you're able to feed more often, you're willing to unleash a little bit more power. So you're using your rapid movement that you would gain as a vampire without fear of losing control.
Yeah, because the fear slowly goes away as he keeps on not having to feed. And also he notices himself like not paying attention to his ability and it's becoming stronger because he's not holding it back anymore.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, I believe that's everyone, right? So now we get to roll hit points. Give me a second. I'm going, because this is the annoying part when it comes to this thing, because it likes to fucking fuck with your hit points when you do level ups. All right, I'm gonna level you up. Nate, go ahead and roll me 1d10. Remember, we're re-rolling ones. 7, and you got Constitution 3, so you get plus 10 hit points. and you get extra attack.
Mm-hmm.
So your max hit points is 52. Oh, that doesn't make sense. 39 plus 10 would be 49 plus... Don't know why it went to 52. Your max hit points is supposed to be 49. Oh, because it's just weird how it went that way. Alright. Okay, and you gain access to extra attack, which should be right on your list. Let me make sure it came
Extra
up.
attack.
Yeah, there you go. Let me take a... Because I did all this ahead of time, so we wouldn't have to sit here for too long. You also get, Nate... Let me take a look at your spells. I don't know why it says you have... You do not have two level 3 slots yet, so ignore that.
Okay.
There's no reason why you're not getting any new spells at this level.
Yeah, it shows 2 levels. There's nothing in level 3. But yeah,
you're not supposed to have anything there, so we'll just go like this and put 0, and that should just delete it. There we go. Yeah, because you're just a level 5 fighter right now. When you hit level 6, you'll get your first level 3 slot. Like I'm building your character's levels myself.
Yeah.
All right. So that's you, Bazinga.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll me. I believe it's 1d10, but give me a second. Let me level you up to 5. Yeah, roll me 1d10, please. Reroll the 1. Because we are rerolling 1s. Fucking Christ. Rerolls the 1, gets a goddamn 9. Alright, so you get 11 more points. And extra attack, which would put you at 52 health. Again, you go up to 4 slots. Level 1 slots, dude. So we'll go ahead and long rest you right there. And I'm going to double check because it says, again, this says you have level 2 slots, but I don't think you earned level 2 slots yet. So we're going to double check this and make sure. At level 5. Oh, you do get 2 level 2 slots. So you now have level 2 spell slots.
Yeah. Artificer is also a half caster, so I'm not surprised that he's one third caster or whatever.
I'll double check to see if you get spells later, but I don't think you get any spells. I did all this stuff ahead of time, but that was like a week and a half ago, and I forgot. Raven, you are up next. Good old broken and beaten to death Raven. With no health.
Yeah, that should help a bit.
+6. That's not bad. You are up to 30 health now. Congratulations.
Sheriff Malcolm Fillion takes a long rest and recovers negative 11 hit points. What?
Don't worry about it, alright?
Did he have temp HP or something?
No, it's because the way I'm doing levels is I'm not rolling it in the game. I'm just typing in what it is. And when you do that, it gives the hit points to current health instead of max health. So you have to then reset the max health to what the current health is. It's just a weird thing. All right.
Also, Grim, I wanted to. I sent you a message on Discord, but I think you misunderstood what spell I was taking. I wanted to take the level 3 fire arrows or flame arrows.
Yes.
Not fire bolts. You gave me fire bolts.
Oh, my bad. You weren't supposed to have either one of them yet because I have a little page here with them attached to it, and I'm supposed to give them to you when I level you so I won't get confused. Because I get fucking confused.
Yeah, but you gave me fireball already.
Yeah, so. I'm doing it right now. I don't think you guys quite understand. My campaigns would be 100 times better if I had any kind of memory. But my memory is so fucking bad. Alright. Destin. Let's go ahead and level you to 5.
Yep. And I believe I also get a +1 to strength.
Yes. I'll do that in right now. Alright. Go ahead and roll me a d8.
I'm also gonna wrap in the con mod as well, so it's gonna be a D8 plus 2.
All right, so
So there's the 9. So 46.
So 37 plus 9.
46, not 48.
Yeah, it like I said, it does it weird when you do it this way. You see, now you jumped up to.
Oh yeah.
So I go like
57.
that, and then you recover minus. There you go. All right, so
Negative
yeah,
11.
you go to level 2 spell slots. You said there were certain spells. Let's take a look. Oh no, you earn certain spells. So for Alex, you earn
Yeah.
Mirror Image and Shatter.
And if I want to add on a couple of spells, or
Redo.
rotate out some of my level 1s for level 2s instead, I can do that.
Yeah, just let me know, and then I'll swap them over.
Yeah, that's something that I can worry about later.
Okay, and next is Kane, and then I'll do JD. Kane, also known as Mitch.
Yeah.
Roll me a D8, my friend.
All right. Where is the? Sorry, 1 second. All right, there we are. See.
Roll it
Ah.
again. We always re-roll ones because ones are fucking terrible.
It was from a 1 to an 8.
Yeah. All right.
Uh.
So that makes your hit points 45. Not bad, guys.
I think I should probably apologize in advance for how tanky I've made Destin.
It's fine.
Well, you're kind of a tank.
Come on, that's the fun of playing a marshal.
You wear a tank.
Mitch. You get Spirit Shroud. Plop. Yeah, JD's got some stuff going on, so if he doesn't make it, he doesn't make it. It was
Not a big
unexpected. Witty, so you're getting +1 to your charisma. Put you at 19. And then I will add witty to you and all that stuff tomorrow. Because I'm going to have to build that. That's something I have to actually build. Alright, so let me just roll JD real quick. D8. Aw, dude. Bummer.
What?
He rolled a 2,
Oh,
but +5, so.
I didn't realize that Destin's con score isn't actually that impressive.
Okay. Where's JD? JD's getting Spirit Shroud off of his life and death tree. He's getting Destroy Undead because he's a cleric, and his domain spells are Mass Heal Wound and Ray of Feeblement.
If I'm not mistaken, Destroy Undead is an upgrade of Turn Undead, right?
Yeah. Like,
It's exactly the same thing. It just also
just so no one gets mad, JD is going to seem a little more powerful than all of you because he's a custom built thing. Instead of giving him, he wanted to do like necromancy and healing. So I was like, what if we give you your own domain called Life and Death, and instead of giving you 2 life spells when you level up in your domain thing, we give you 1 necromancy spell and 1 healing spell. So he's gonna be like in the middle.
I memean, that doesn't make him strictly more powerful, though.
It makes him more versatile, which makes him more powerful. Like, he's got a ton of spells right now because he has access to it's like his level plus his wisdom modifier for his starting spells. He had a 5 when he started. So he got 5 spells, and then I gave him extra spells to make this thing work correctly. So he's just going to be overloaded with shit, but that doesn't mean I can't kill you.
I mean, it's not the number of spells, but the number of spell slots that matters.
Yeah. He's just versatile as fuck. All right. So, 5-minute break to go use the bathroom. and then we will get your new job and start on this shit.
All right. Yep. I'll be back.
Nate, do you have the whole weekend off?
No, just stay inside.
Oh. So what are you working tomorrow?
7 to 4.
Did you still want to do a stream tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right.
So I was telling Grim, because, well, I haven't got my 3D printer completely set up yet, but you can buy the STL file from Hero Forge
Oh, can you?
of your character. If you go into where you made your character, you can buy the STL file from them.
That's cool.
And then obviously the STL file is what 3D printers use.
Yeah.
And then you can just print that, and then you can paint it whatever way you want. Like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna experiment. I'm probably gonna buy the STL file of my character and do that.
How much are they?
So $8 for the STL
Oh.
file for the 8. Yeah.
It's not bad.
And how
No.
much if you had them send it to you?
You can buy
25,
miniatures.
I believe.
Yeah,
5
something like that.
bucks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Jesus, the amount of stuff I have to remember in the morning. I'm gonna have to listen to this fucking video over.
Hmm.
So I can write up all this shit. Get neat. God damn it. I want to do something way more creative with those swords. The swords are not canon, people. They're gonna be renamed and reworked. I was gonna do all this art with freaking Mid-Journey and shit.
You still can.
Yeah,
Christ.
but now like it's just a rework of everything. All right, so let's see.
You don't have to rework it entirely.
So my computer will be here Wednesday, hopefully.
Oh, there you go.
I don't have a feat for JDX. I don't know what the feat he got was.
And I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, so
I think I'm gonna end up working like 9 to 6. I'm 1 to 10, but I think I'm gonna end up working. I guarantee I'm gonna be working fucking 9 to 6.
what, on Wednesday?
I think it's Wednesday.
Why? What happened?
I think it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday?
By the way, Nate, what do you
Oh no, it's Tuesday.
to
Used to print what?
print the models?
Oh, I just got a 3D printer.
Do you have a resin printer or a filament printer?
Film printer. PLA.
Okay.
I got PLA. Well, I have a roll of PLA.
I actually also have a 3D printer.
Oh, okay.
I just got it, or I got it around January, but I haven't printed anything yet. It's just kind of been a pain to set up, so. I haven't really had enough to print, like enough of an idea to print with it. So.
What did you get?
Ender 3 Neo, I believe.
Oh, that's a fucking weird coincidence. That's the
Like,
exact same
the
printer
exact
I
same
bought.
one?
Yeah, because it was the top recommended one on the 3D printing Reddit website. Reddit forum. Most of the people I explained, they said no. This is like the most bang for your buck.
Yeah, it's basically just a really good,
Yeah,
really good entry level printer.
yeah.
Nate, do you
But the
remember how
reason I
many hit
ask
points you
is
got?
because I know that resin printers are like the golden
7
standard when it
plus
comes to
8.
actually
Oh, yeah.
printing like miniatures.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just because you can get a much finer resolution.
hmm
I finished that Art of Cain. Do you guys mind if I post it real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't care, dude. I'm gonna
I'd-
set up
I'd
the next
actually
scene
love
when
to
we
see
get
it.
ready.
Nice. Is this hair glowing red?
No, it's just
It looks like it has like a dark aura around it.
oh, that's supposed to be a shadow.
Ooh. The bruising on the neck.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
I'm probably gonna try to do a traditional art version because I'm much better with pencil and colored pencil than I am with digital art, but
Mm.
that's that for now.
Hey,
Yeah,
Nate,
I want to get better
you
at
want to be
digital art.
punched in the nostalgia feels?
Sure.
I started typing the name of the old D&D artists
Oh wow.
from the 80s.
Damn.
And now I'm building an entire campaign setting that I'm going to use for future campaigns with old retro 80s style D&D art.
Yeah, no, I saw you post another thing about that. Yeah.
I got a fuck ton now. I've been generating shit all day.
There.
What's up?
What's up with the top right?
Well, keep in mind that, like, clearly this thing sometimes does stuff wrong.
Is this
Yeah.
mid-journey still?
I'm just curious what in the world
Yeah.
it was trying to show there.
Yeah, I think one thing that you might want to do is take this, put it into Incarnate, and like clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what
Place
I'm
some
doing.
things.
I'll actually show
Yeah,
you.
place some things on the roads, so that way it's not
Well-
just roads that lead in circles to
In
nowhere.
circles, yeah.
Well,
You
keep
can
in mind
also-
those. All right, so I'm not using those as the close-up maps. Those are the region things that you're gonna see, and then what I'm doing is hey, let me get the picture. I'm gonna go into D&D. We'll get back to the session in a minute, but let me go new project. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the region maps, and they're gonna be my overall overhead region maps. So that's what I cut around it, and that's what I built for the region map for that area of the world. And then what I'm doing is this with these little these are going to be map icons that you're going to see on the map for where they are. That represents the picture above. That's the mountain barony. And you know, I put the blur in it so it's like a crystal ball. So the roads and stuff will lead to stuff because I will put icons over there where I want dungeons and stuff when I run a campaign, but I'm not building a campaign. I'm building just the setting, world, towns, names of like lore and all that, and then I can run any campaign from that world and then just add the icons over it in Foundry so that I'm not changing the map. So I have the base maps and I can go, well, in this campaign, this mountain has a dungeon, but in the other campaign, there is no, that mountain's not even being used. If you get what I mean. And then base every campaign within this world I'm building. But some of them are fucking great. Like, yeah, those roads may look kind of weird, but like those are cool. Those maps look cool.
You could also take these and actually put it in Dolly and tell it different things to do with it too.
In what?
In Dolly 2.
What the hell's Dolly?
It's another AI generation thing, Dolly 2.
And when I put them in Incarnate, I delete like that extra shit on the side, like the picture of the world and stuff, because that's not what I'm using them for. So I erase all that outside stuff. I'm just not done. Those are just the base pictures. All right, is everybody back?
Yeah,
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
So, after about a week of all this preparation and training and stuff, you are called to Irving's office. Let me turn on some music. Some nice relaxed music. Grizzly Hills. Get my notes opened up.
I'm assuming Destin already has an idea of what we're about to talk about right now.
Actually not this. You know other stuff, but this is just a small thing. So you guys all sit down. Irving comes over and sits down. Thank you guys for joining me today. You know my associate Williams. You saved his life. He taps his hat. Again, thank you very much, guys. So, the reason I've called you all here today is because me and Williams and Destin, and he kind of looks over and waves towards you, have just about completed my research for the temples that I need you guys to look into. The problem is, in order to look into these temples, we need to get permission to travel across into other regions from the controlling empires of those regions. And he pulls out 3 letters and he puts them down, and each one has a different seal on it. He's like, I need you to deliver these 3 letters to different regions. And introduce yourself as Arms. And explain to them what you do for me and what you will be doing. The letters essentially invite them to a summit meeting here at my castle to discuss terms of open border treaties so that we can do what we need to do. The first letter is to be delivered to the Shattered Plains at the Ashwood mining camp to a man known as... What the fuck was his name? I want to make sure I get it right. Because I have it all written. Like, from here on out, my notes are impeccable. I just have to find this shit. There it is. Ashwood mining camp. You gotta be fucking kidding me. There it is. To a man named Hondo. In the Ashwood mining camp. And he slides the letter over to you, Malcolm, because you're the guy he's considered the lead of the group. Then he lifts up the other 2, and he says, the next 2 are to be delivered to a man named Bull in the Powder Keg region, northwest of the Shattered Peninsula. And the second letter, he will get you audience with a man from the Elwyn tribe in order to facilitate a meeting with their leader. Elder Lord Dane of the Elwyn tribe. Once you have completed giving these letters to them and have gotten their answers, return to the castle, and we will discuss security for this meeting. And he looks over at Destin, and we will discuss what to do with Deadwood. This should not take you longer than a month. We should have plenty of time. I've already sent my feelers out to figure out what they're doing, and I'll have word within a week or 2. Are there any questions? Are you telling me there's no questions?
Have you made traveling arrangements for us?
You will be horseback. There are train tracks that are still not functional. You will be given supplies to ride out to these 2 locations. I forgot to tell you, the Shattered Peninsula is southwest, and the Powder Keg is northwest. So if you look at the world map, which I can load up right now real quickly, just to show you the region map, you'll see the 2 spurs to the left and to the right, Elwyn Forest track and Shattered Peninsula track. Those are the 2 places.
The Powder Keg region, like right around there, is where the train crash occurred, right?
Yeah, where that actual train thing is.
Okay. So East Gilead is actually to the west.
East Gilead is south across the ocean, and to the south across the ocean, there's a continent split in half, which is Gilead, and that's split in half with West Gilead and East Gilead.
Okay.
Looking at those tracks, you can see why the train derailed.
Fuck you! That's as steady as I could get him, you son of a bitch!
Must be made in America.
Oh man, that's great. That's great. That's great. Oh, anyway, okay. Now I do have some questions.
Sure.
Okay. Now these other regions, we're heading over there. Are all these other regions semi-friendly with this one? Do we have a reason to expect hostilities?
Well, I would suggest you watch out for bandits and the like. The Shattered Peninsula is a pretty deadly place. The creatures are not safe and dangerous down there. But when it comes to the governments, the only place you'd have to worry would be if you were traveling to Gilead, since that entire country is embroiled into a civil war right now. Embroiled in a civil war. So you should be safe in that regard, as long as you don't disrespect. I mean, if you piss off the Elwins and do something fucked up, who knows what they'll do to you. You know? Don't piss Bull off. He's fond of beating the shit out of people for fun.
I like to think that the town that Destin is from is not actually actively participating in the Civil War, but in its own way it is.
I'll have to write that down.
I mean, you could tie that in some way.
Yeah,
That
I'll have to
the
do
two
that.
families have ties. But
Is there any other questions you have? Oh, also, he also throws some money down on the table for your job with Rebecca and all that. You each get an extra 500 gold.
500?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you could all add that to your character sheet, if you don't know how, that's your fault. You don't make any money. I added to yours, Bazinga.
I know how.
Already making the assumption that he doesn't know how.
No, I just think he likes to play and have the RP fun with us, but he doesn't care enough to want to do all the like minutia bullshit, and some people don't. Like he wants to read fucking 20 pages of what he should pick for his damn paladin. Some people don't like to do that. You know, some people like me and Nick who have I'm not even playing in a game and I have 20 goddamn characters built.
That's me with Stellaris. I just realized I can minimize like the character sheet or my journal writing window. That's gonna make things so much simpler.
So
what's so important about these letters that you're sending us out to deliver them? Do you not have other couriers to handle the task?
Well, it's not just that I'm sending the letters. I'm sending you. The meeting is to ask them to allow my strike force, you, to travel within their borders to conduct my work in my business. So I'm sending you to make an impression and introduce yourself and hand the letters over.
Okay, so our conduct will be of vital importance.
Yes.
Oh, great. Sorry.
So you might want to paint up the dead kid.
Oh my god.
Excuse me.
And you might want to stop drinking, kids.
I think I've been looking very lively as of late.
At this point, he starts to look around and goes, come to think of it, Williams, I don't think they're going to be too well received.
Oh my
we
god.
just gotta tell him he's really good at holding his breath.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, but it's like he's really good at holding his breath. Watch. Hang around.
Oh. Terrible.
Oh my god. Could you imagine the practical jokes? It's like you guys come back from the job and Bazinga's hanging Kane in front of Becca. And Becca's like, oh my god, what are you doing?
I am enjoying this just as much as you are.
I love the fact that his icon, like, under the visibility thing is just a gallows.
Yeah, the icon is for his race, Reborn. I've got a sense of humor, people.
This all gives me an idea for something we might have to do in the future, so get your neck ready. We might use him as a...
Oh, dude, not to give anything away, but I mean, there could be a point where you might have to, trick his father into coming and seeing a dead body hanging from a tree to confirm it's him and then use that as an ambush.
I wasn't thinking about his father, but I was thinking about
Didn't
Ambush.
I already hang you?
Dude, I'm literally picturing Kane open, like he goes, I thought I killed you. And then Kane's dead body opens his eyes hanging and goes, hello, Pa. Get him! And then all of you jump out and he's hanging from
And he's like, "Ah!"
I'm your
If you want someone
sins."
dead, make sure they stay dead.
And then he rolls a 1, so his father just walks up and shoots the body instead of doing anything.
I do have a question because I've been working with Irving on the research and whatnot. Is there any text that's written in Draconic that he has? Or would I get the impression that he himself doesn't understand Draconic as a result of the fact that nothing he has is in Draconic?
Wait a second. Oh, okay, my bad. That's because I was on you, so I have to, like, untarget you, and then I can type. No, because I have not wrote up the info about the dungeons yet. That will come when you guys get back.
Well, no. What I'm asking is, basically, from working with Irving, would I get the impression that he understands Draconic?
Oh, yes, Irving knows a lot of languages.
Okay, so I'm guessing his library has books in like all of these different languages.
Yes.
All right, so I've probably been dabbling in the ones that are written in Draconic a little bit more than the ones that are written in Common even. And that's something he may have picked up on.
Oh, that actually reminds me of something I was planning on doing with you because of the way you... Zone? You mean Zon?
I don't know how to spell it.
Z-O-N.
I think I'm confusing it with the city from League.
That reminds me,
Oh,
Alex, I need you to give me a, we'll say an intelligence check at disadvantage. Because this is something I forgot to do with your character.
Disadvantage intelligence check.
Yeah.
I want Grim. Is there perhaps a setting somewhere you could turn off to the screen zooming when we use the chat?
There is, but I haven't found it.
There is. It's in game settings, configure settings, pan to token speaker, and core.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Uncheck
turn that off.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
I did that earlier tonight, so I knew exactly where it was.
oh, I did that.
Yeah.
So it's a 9.
All right, so you failed this time, but
It
every
is the first
time
thing
you
that comes
research with him and read, when you beat the DC, you will be able to pick to roll a random language to learn, because you're reading from his books.
Well, I'm assuming that that's something where I'd need to like specifically study it because that's
Well,
that's quite quickly to learn a new language.
that's why it's going to be like you're gonna roll to see if you pick up the language a little bit, and then I'm gonna have you roll to see how much you've learned of it. So
yeah,
there'll
that's
be
fair.
there's a tree that I built. I just forgot all about it. So he stands up and goes, "If that's all, gentlemen, I must get some rest to get back to work. Jeeves has the horses ready for you. I wish you luck and be on your very best behavior, please."
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else you need to say to him before he leaves? All right, he is leaving, along with William. Leaving the room to you guys to decide where you want to go first and how you want to proceed.
I don't want to go around those lions again.
The lions were to the west, so to the far east. So you don't have to worry about that. Oh, you mean Shadow Lion? Yeah. Well, there could be more than just
Yeah, I
Shadow
was gonna
Lions
say
down
the
there.
Shattered Line came in from the Shattered Plane.
Yeah. All right.
Let's-
Let me open up the thing so I can tell you exactly so you remember. All right. So you have letter going to Hondo in the Shattered Plains, the Shattered Peninsula, and you have letters that take you to the Powdered Keg region. Powder Keg Mountain region.
What's the powder?
Every time Every time I hear Hondo, I think of Han and Lando getting together.
If you really, I was watching
Powder
Married with
Keg
Children,
sounds
and it was
fun.
the episode where he's crying about how he wants to watch Hondo, and that's why I came up with the name.
Hmm.
Anyway, go ahead, discuss where you want to go and what you want to do, and I want everybody discussing because this is an important thing for you to choose.
So we have a list of places, right?
Yeah. You
Okay.
have.
I mean,
the
basically, right now we're choosing between the Shattered Plains or Powder Keg region into the Elwyn tribe, because I think you said that we need to talk to the leader of the Powder Keg region to get
Yes.
an audience with the Elwyn tribe.
Yeah, you'll be traveling to Sandguard Citadel within the Powder Keg region.
Are we supposed to be looking at something else besides the circle? Or?
No, you're in the office discussing. This is like your Avengers room, like your fucking round table.
All right, can we get a picture of the map?
Uh,
Just that way we have a general idea of what it looks like.
you've never seen the Powder Keg region.
Well, I mean the like just the general world map.
Oh, okay. I don't have a world map. I have region maps on this one. But this is your
Well, the
region
Little
map.
Rock region.
Yeah.
So that way we can see like where these places are relative to us.
Yep.
Yep. So we're right here in the
Actually,
center.
I'm not,
You're actually over. You see the one next to the mountain?
This one.
Yeah, that's Mount Valeria, in Valeria
Okay.
Chateau.
This is right here, and we need to visit the Shattered Peninsula,
Which is marked.
Elwyn Forest,
Yep.
and what's the other one?
The Shattered Plinth, the Elwyn Forest track
Powder Keg is the blue sign.
is Powder Keg. Oh, you can see that right now?
Okay, so Elwyn Forest leads to Powder Keg region.
Yeah. That's just called the Elwyn Forest track because that thing drives all the way through that region and past the Elwyn Forest track. Like it goes through the Powder Keg region and the Elwyn Forest is on the mountains next to it.
Okay, so we go Shattered Peninsula and Powder Keg.
Yeah.
And is it just those two right now?
Yeah.
I reckon
Alright.
we should start with the closer one.
I mean, I think they're both about the same distance,
Yeah,
Oh.
at least for the purposes of our.
the Powder Keg,
Yeah.
the Sandguard Citadel is closer because it's right on the other map. Like it's closer, probably by about like a day and a half.
So, quick question.
Yep.
Does the Shattered Peninsula have any relation to the Shatter Lion?
Yes, that's where the Shadow Lion came from.
Okay, so, where is the Uruk tribe then?
The
Located?
Uruk tribe is over to the far right. I wonder if I can make these all visible.
Oh,
you
it's
see that?
it's far east here.
Yeah. Oh, you know
Okay.
what? I could put labels
Yeah, that's
on
why it
them. I
was
just
so
forgot
weird
to
that there
do
was
it.
Shattered Line there at all.
I forgot to put labels on all these. There you go. Can you see the label now?
It's a bit small, but I can see it.
Well, I can make it bigger.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's
there
good.
we go.
I just forgot to,
Yeah, if we could get a label on Mount Valeria. Yeah, there we go. All right.
worry.
I was kind of assuming that the Uruk tribe was a little closer to the Shattered Peninsula.
No, this thing traveled across
No.
the entirety of this area.
Wow. All right.
And the reason why it didn't stop in these areas here is because it was specifically moving through to find a good hunting ground, and the Uruk tribe is the hunting ground of this entire area, as I told you before.
All right. Yeah. We should. Let's stop by the Shattered Peninsula first.
Ah, come on.
What?
I specifically asked if we could put that one off.
He wants to avoid the lions.
I thought he said the closer one, and it looks like the Shattered Peninsula is closer.
I didn't know which one was closer.
I don't care which one you do, but I am particularly excited to get to the Powder Keg stuff because I got some cool shit going there. Both have some cool shit, but it's up to you guys what you want to do.
I reckon we should take a look at that other place.
Mhm.
What was it? The Keg Mountain?
Powder Keg Mountain region. Called that because the mountain is like a volcano and it's fucking massive.
I mean,
Leo.
honestly, I don't see much of a reason to pick one over the other than that we've already faced some of the Shattered Peninsula's fauna, and we would know what to expect, and know that it's an awful place.
And we faced him too soon ago.
Soon ago.
Anybody else? Nate, anybody got an opinion on this?
Listen, that's all great. Good. You want to go this way? He wants to go that way.
Oh, also,
Is
Nate,
it-
you're well traveled because you've been traveling
Yes.
around the world. So roll a history check, and I'll tell you if you know. If Nate
Well,
knows
that's
anything, if Nate gets a good history check, I'll show you the two lands because he can explain them to you.
Okay.
Because he's been traveling all over the place. That's good. That's good enough for me. All right.
The 14. I mean.
Let's see.
And I wouldn't have seen a map in the research I was doing with Irving.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll too. If you had said that earlier, I would have. But it's good enough, so I'm gonna load it up anyway. All right. So this is the Powder Keg
Right.
region. And then this is the Shattered Plains region. Ooh, nope. That is not a region. This is the Shattered Peninsula. And you would know, because of Nate's good roll on history, that the Sand God Citadel is like a group of basically soldiers and knights that defend their land very vigorously, and the surrounding areas of the Citadel are much safer than the Shattered Plains because of their patrols and their excellent warrior knowledge. And the Ashwood Plains, like not the Shattered Peninsula, is more dangerous because of the fact that everything is enhanced by magic because it's a Shattered Peninsula, and because there's only one real settlement there. The rest are all like destroyed areas, like the Scar and such. So you're basically riding through a wilderness deathland, basically, until you reach the Ashwood mining camp, which is the only place with any life other than, creatures and such.
Yep, I am thoroughly convinced. Fuck that place.
That place. Oh my god. Oh.
Fucking Malcolm's like, well, which one can I get a real nice, present from Becca? So where are you guys heading first?
Powder keg?
Sure, let's get the easier one out of the
Destin.
way first, I suppose.
Destin was suggesting it because it's easier to go to the peninsula just by proximity, but they're both about equally distant. Destin doesn't really have a problem with that.
Thank fuck.
And let's put the wagon on. The wagon drops on the map. You guys set out early morning. He gives you rations and food. Jeeves says, take it easy, guys, and when you head to the Shattered Peninsula, be careful. That place is extremely dangerous. Let me.
Thanks, Mom. We'll be back before dark.
Fuck you.
Horse-drawn wagon with horse, singular.
Okay. All right. So from here on out is new created shit that I just started doing. So things should look much cooler. So you guys ride out for about 3 days until you get up to point where you hit the train track crash. And you see, looming off in the distance, you see an absolutely massive mountain stretching so high into the sky, it's as if the very top was just cut off by the clouds. The mountain can be seen from the very gates of Little Rock. Following the train tracks takes you west far off into the horizon. I'm going to drop artwork into chat.
Powder
As we go.
Keg region.
Snazzy.
And we're going to move into the region.
That must be the mountain up ahead.
The
It's like
picture
a
doesn't
mountain.
have the mountain in it. It just has some mountains because I couldn't get a mountain big enough, and I generated like 12 pictures and could not find God's gift to mountains.
You didn't put in the prompt mountain stretching to the sky?
Yes,
or to the
you
skyline?
know
you
what
did?
I got? I got this weird thing that looked like a fucking like wisp of smoke stretching up into the
Oh,
sky.
Jesus.
Okay, guys, I can see why the train derails.
Yeah, oh my god, I didn't notice that. That's why we derailed.
I'm only now realizing that
There's
the
your
train
problem.
tracks go into one, and then there's just
There's your
the upper rail is just
Christ.
Alright.
That's a bad
disappears.
trade check.
All right, you proceed on. They shouldn't be visible yet. Riding deeper into the region, you slowly start to crest the horizon. And to the south, you see radiant light shining off the top of a majestic sandstone fortress. As you come around the corner another day and a half, you see off into the distance a fortress up atop. You continue to ride south and around the bend another day and a half until you arrive at the gates. As you arrive at the gates, you quickly realize the two sides of the fortress as the gates tower over you. Massive stone wall with this big obelisk-like thing. And as you approach, you see two guards step out in front of you. Oh! Who goes there? The pictures will be thrown in chat, so make sure you're fucking looking in chat if you want to see them.
How many Zons tall is that gate?
Probably 12, maybe 20. It's
We're
tall,
measuring-
dude.
when-
Like, this thing rolls
20
out.
Zons, which is 40 Destins.
It rolls out like a fucking, like a gear when they open it. But right now, they're not opening it, because... Halt. State your business. Sorry, Hen. State your
I'm looking
business.
for- I was gonna say I was looking for Daleks.
Oh, Jesus.
State your business.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
Wonderful.
Oh, lemonade. Oh, lemonade. Oh, man.
Fucking Christ, what? What are you saying, Destin?
We were sent by Irving von Valeria, sir.
Irving von Valeria, you say? Are we
Yes, sir.
expecting you?
Over.
He's got a mask on, prick.
Oh, he does? Oh, okay.
You should.
I mean, there's a picture there.
Present
that's supposed to
yourself
be
for
him?
magical inspection.
Magic. What the hell does that mean?
It's just a test to make sure you're not carrying any dangerous magical equipment. And if you are, so we can register and know that you are.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing a lot of registering. We are arms. We are Irving's mercenaries.
No.
Something like that.
Okay, we'll register all of you. Right this way. As the gate opens up for you.
This is worse than when I had to take my fucking prints.
Give me a second, because I gotta load up the next thing. Let's see, town.
Any of you fellas have a mugshot?
Let's see.
Stand guards.
Oh, man, I want to go swimming.
As you step into this massive area, you see a...
Usually, I'm the one hunting people with mugshots.
Wait, isn't the Sandguard Citadel in the Shatter Peninsula? Or am I wrong?
No,
You're wrong.
no, this is the. It was in the Powder Cake. Ashwood Mining Camp was in the Shatter Peninsula.
Oh, okay.
As you step in, the guard, they say they have a letter for the boss, and a couple other knights come over and gather around you and to escort you through the city up to High Temple, which is where their leadership is. So they grab the horse by its reins for the wagon, and they start leading you guys up. And as you ride through the city, you see this beautiful, well-kept temple with water pouring down, all pouring out of the temple at the very top that you can barely see because it's so high up. And feel free to ask questions of the guards and all that. As you roll past a place, and the guard says, "If you wish, I can explain to you what all the areas we pass are. Is this your first time here at Sandguard Citadel?" I know I sound like a fucking tour guide right now.
Yes, you can find.
As you
I would
ride
love
up
to know about it.
to this top layer, as we pass through here, our movement will be slowed, as this is the Water Bazaar. The Water Bazaar is a place full of life, filled with people from all over the world. Here, merchants come to trade in all kinds of goods. It's called the Water Bazaar because of the never-ending supply of water flowing deep from within the bowels of the Citadel.
So we can't swim in it?
Unless you want to fucking ruin the water, asshole. The wagon continues on.
You can swim in it once.
You get about halfway up this thing. If you look to your left and to your right, you will see two massive towers. These are our main guard towers. I suggest you don't mess around. They can hit the entire city and up to 100 miles outside the city with magical attacks and arcane cannons. Continue riding up.
Nice.
Neat.
As you get up to the very top, you crest the top and see a temple in front of you, and they stop the horses. Dismount here. One of them walks over, hands the letter that you showed to one of the people sitting in, like, there's like a table there with the guy who's checking people in and stuff, and he looks at the letter. "State your business."
We're having the tour of Sandguard Citadel.
That's not why we're here.
He looks back, he's like, "Why the fuck are you bringing tourists here? To the temple? What? Are you fucking idiot?" "Sorry, sir."
We're not tourists.
Then why are you here?"
We're sent here by, Irvin.
"Irvin?
Yeah, indeed.
I don't know this Irving. Is that his only name?"
No, it's not. Destin, could you help me out?
His name is Irving von Valeria, sir.
Ah, Valeria. Hang on. He gets up, walks off, goes inside the temple. For about 10-15 minutes, he's in the temple. You're outside watching people kind of like walk around you. You see guards working. And he comes out. "The Lord will see you right this way." As he
The
brings
Yes, we
Lord
follow.
of the boss.
as he brings you in to the Sand Temple. As you walk in, the temple is filled with smoke and wondrous works of art. Bull, the Lord of Sandguard, is taking audiences here in his throne room. As you step up into the place, the guy stops you and goes, "Wait here," and he walks up like a flight of stairs up to where the smoke and incense is, and he says, "Lord Bull?" And he turns back and goes, "Excuse me,
No.
what are your names?"
Shit.
"Shit is here to see
Raven.
you."
That's not my name. Shut the...
God, I just fucking realized something.
We are armed, what do you call it, vassals of Lord Irvin.
Yeah, what he said.
"Armed vassals of Lord Irving here to see you?" And you hear, "Irving! That old bastard!" And walking out, you see a giant minotaur.
I knew I smelled something.
Now, I want to point out
Hey.
that if you look at his nipples, one of them is off-center, and I just noticed it. Also, why the detailed nipples?
Why are they facing upwards?
There's so many Ys, dude. There's like 100 fucking Ys in this entire thing.
Yeah.
He's a very eccentric fellow. That's right, though.
So, roughly how tall is he?
He is about 9 feet tall.
Well, let's see. You have some
Okay.
birth defects.
That is roughly 3 Destins.
So a man the size of 3 Destins walks out to you.
Wow.
Is it cold out?
Shut up.
Are you trying to get yourself killed?
He looks down at you and he's like, "What was that, little one?"
Hey, somebody told me long ago that in acting, it's okay to steal. Just steal from the best.
What is it that brings you to my humble home?
Humble?
Yeah, humble, yes. This is the 3rd least amazing temple in this city.
Irving sent us to you.
Why is that?
Said that we might be of use to a problem you've been having.
Actually, that's not what he said at all. Do you
Oh.
never pay
That's
attention?
not exactly what he said.
Sorry.
He said he
asking-
wanted to invite them to a summit.
Yeah, never mind.
You have a letter.
Yeah. Never mind.
Look, I like being helpful, but here I'm not helping you fuckers. Either hand him the letter or you're not getting anything from this prick.
So Malcolm has a letter, so
He did say that he wants to meet with them, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I reach out the letter to him, but it hits his nipple by accident.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, nipple. I mean,
Dude, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god, for what the hell? That's
Yeah,
good.
you'll find out
he's
in a minute.
handing the letter.
Jesus Christ.
Hang on, Destin. Where's that dexterity saving throw?
I'm looking for it.
You move your hand just quick enough to not cut it on the raw, rough, rigid nipple.
He wishes to meet with you, sir.
You handed him the letter?
Mm.
Okay. He opens up the letter.
Not just you. He's holding a whole summit, trying to negotiate some open borders as he is making preparations to search for the ancient guardians of the land.
Yes, the letter explains that. Thank you very much.
Nipple to meet you, sir. I mean,
Did you say nipple to me?
Bro, are you gay?
Yes.
I
they're
fucking
just some
love it.
protrudings.
I fucking love it, dude. He looks at the letter and says, and you also wish to travel to the Elwyn territory, it says? Is that true?
Yes, sir.
All right, then. Well, that will take some time. And he snaps his fingers. The guy comes, yes, sir? Take these men to the inn. They are not free to wander the town yet, since we have not yet learned enough about them to trust them. Please put them in the inn and let them stay the night. I will send one of my men to ride north to talk to the Elwyn to set up a meeting for you. That is the best I can offer you.
Guys, you just not see it. They're like gems. I don't get it.
Shut up. We were told to behave.
Okay, that's getting a roll right now to see if his opinion of you has dropped. He laughs wholeheartedly. Ha ha ha! When you're my size, your nipples they stick out, my friend. You should have seen my father's. And he turns
Oh,
and
dear.
points at a painting, and the painting is a picture of a guy that looks like a minotaur, but literally half the painting is 2 nipples.
Is that a sign of Minotaurdom or whatever?
What?
The stronger the man, the bigger the nipples. Ah!
I don't.
I respect you, sir.
He looks down and goes, "Show me yours, my friend." Ah!
And I rip him out.
Go ahead and
In
roll me a
here.
d20.
I don't think
Plus
that
con?
works with humans.
Yes, what's your con?
I have no idea.
Constitution, dude. +2. Not bad, but not great. You have a lot of work to do on your nipples, my friend.
I'll
Flick
get
them.
right to it.
Work out. Now, if you excuse me, I must continue my other meetings. And he kind of shoos you off as he turns around and starts walking away.
Well, this experience has been eye-opening.
Beyond
I'm trying to get on his good
fucking
side,
belief.
guys.
Oh, you did. Bazinga helped there, dude.
Yeah.
Because of the good roll. At this point, the handler goes, "Excuse me, sirs, if you will follow me." He starts to lead you out down the back way, down a path, leading you out. After about 10 minutes, you arrive at a lavish inn filled with all kinds of art and wealth. Clearly, this place is for only the very wealthy. A hot spring is available along with a world-class restaurant and a bar, all free of charge for you tonight.
Why, thank you very much. This is fantastic. See, I'm half southern, half northern, okay?
As you step into the inn. Right this way. Now, as my lord said, we don't know you or trust you enough to let you freely roam the city right now with your weaponry. If you wish to leave your weaponry here, you can go check out the bazaar, but it will be empty by now as night is falling and you won't be able to do much of any shopping. I would suggest you just rest here. The hot springs are quite enjoyable.
Oh, now that's what I can get into.
Well, you guys can choose what you do. You have rooms available to you. You can eat. You rest the hot springs. But then when it's time for you to crash, I need to know who's going where. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. You have 3 rooms available, so you guys will be bunking 2 in a room. So who's doing what?
I'm going to the hot springs, seeing that as we got here, I was talking about swimming.
I want to scope out whatever's allowed to me.
Well, you are free to wander around, but you have to leave your weapons in the hotel if you do.
What weapon?
That would be.
He has a good point.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. So you could do it because you don't have any weapons on you. You could piss something off though, so be ready. Because this session is ending on this shit. We're gonna RP this stuff, and I'm gonna build that stuff for next week, for next session. All right. What about you, Destin? Where are you going?
I think Destin's going to explore the city a bit.
All right. I'll put you with Kane for now. Raven.
After some internal conflicts, Raven decides it probably deserves a bit of a rest, and goes to the hot springs because as a red dragonborn, it's been a while since he's
Malcolm's
experienced
in the hot
anything
spring too. We'll say that Axel's gonna go to the hot
at
spring.
the upper range of his temperature
Zahn.
range.
I am going to stay within the hotel. I'm going to venture onto the roof and meditate for the night.
Of course, because I didn't build a fucking roof picture.
There should be a roof on the top of the building.
Yeah, but I didn't make a picture for it. All right,
Oh.
let's start with the awesome oh, you know what I just realized? I have been fucking nobody in the stream has seen any of the art because I had it on the wrong thing.
Oh yeah, you don't
Like
have
they've
a...
seen the maps, but they didn't see. All right, my bad, people. All right, I'm gonna show image. Did everybody get that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you are at the hot springs. Bazinga.
Malcolm.
And Raven.
Sorry, Malcolm and Raven. You arrive at the hot springs to find a. So let me open up the thing so I can flow better when I have the picture. You come walking down the stairway to find a beautiful waterfall pouring off of a rock to the right as you come in, to the left. And the water's spraying out from within the rocks hot. You're not sure how this is happening. The guide, as he's bringing you in, goes, hot springs, a modern marvel. We're not exactly sure ourselves how the water stays warm, or even where the water comes from. We just know it comes from deep within the mountains underneath here. And it seems to never run out. Right this way, and he points you over to, like, some pools and stuff that are empty.
Thank you very much. This is gonna
I
be
wonder.
nice.
I wonder if Irving might be interested in this, or if there's some natural explanation for it all.
What do you mean?
You know, a place full of water, an important ingredient of life. Perhaps there's some
then
remains
we're
of a
just
guardian
suspicious of
buried
his
under
true
here.
meaning. Yep, okay. Oh, I don't know for sure. As the handler, it says, feel free to sit down. We will grab you towels, and refreshment will be made available to you. And then he goes like, and you see like these ladies come out, and they bring over towels for you, and they ask you if you want anything, liquid, food, anything like that.
Thank you, my lady. Can I please have a sarsaparilla, please?
One sarsaparilla coming up.
Hot tea for me.
And a hot tea. Also, the massage girls will be here in a minute.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to jump in right here, right now. Soothe those bones so I can get all limber
All right,
for my nipple stretching.
give me a Constitution saving throw as you jump into this warm water.
Jesus.
You must be the. Oh, wait. It didn't roll mine. Why didn't it roll mine?
I think you have Kane selected again.
Oh, okay. So I did roll a 20. Okay. So, Bazinga, you did not beat the 19. So you hit this water, and it burned you at first, and you're just like, ah!
Just great.
Basically burns.
In real life, no joke. I went in a hot tub when we were at one of the conventions, and it was scalding hot to me, and Ben just jumped right in, and I'm like, it's so hot. It was it was ridiculous.
But after a couple minutes, you
Raven-
adjust. What are you doing, Raven?
Raven's gonna ease in. Do I also have to roll, even though I have
No.
resistance to fire
No,
damage?
because you're easing in too. He said he was jumping right in.
Okay.
All right. So after a couple,
Basically, Raven.
continue.
Go on.
No, you first, because I don't want to move too far. ahead.
Raven's been working around a lot of fire lately, preparing his latest abilities, and this something a more comfortable kind of heat.
Okay. As you guys relax after a couple minutes, you hear the woman, here's your sarsaparilla and your tea and your
Fantastic.
massage, ladies. And these two girls come over and they sit down behind you and start rubbing your shoulders down. One of them's like,
Easy, lady. I'm a taken man.
oh, of course you are. So big and strong. Jesus, we're doing this again. And she's like rubbing down your shoulders. Bazinga, do you have any scars or anything?
I have a bullet wound in my right shoulder.
It's, oh, sugar, what happened there? That looks like it
Hey.
must have hurt.
It's just a thing of the job, man. I'm a sheriff / bounty hunter.
Wow. We don't get many of those around here, at least not in a high class place. Meanwhile,
Well-
the other girl's trying to massage Raven, but since Raven has like scales, it's not working too well. So she's just kind of like chopping at you, Raven.
Hey, ducks
That sounds like the best way to go about things. Yes.
ducks don't get wet.
she goes,
I fail to see what ducks have to do with this.
she says to Raven, I'm sorry, forgive me if this sounds rude, but what species are you? I ain't never seen anything like you before.
Oh, you've never seen a dragonborn before.
Not around these parts.
Looks like a bird to me.
Yeah, well, I come from a whole village of them.
Wow.
It's we do tend to keep to ourselves, I suppose. But
He never takes that mask off his face, so you never know.
At this point, they get done
he's
with the
probably
massage,
taking the mask off.
and they go, okay, boys, we're going to leave you privacy. We're not... most people that come to these hot springs like to just relax and, talk. And they scurry up the stairs away. If there's any conversational stuff you wish to do, character building and whatnot, here's your chance before we move on to the other characters.
I spread my arms. Ah, yeah, this is nice. So, what you all about?
I mean, I'm something of a lawkeeper myself.
I've noticed that you're always looking at those bounties. I got a whole bunch in my bag.
Your bag?
Are you pulling
My
your
trap.
bag out?
My travel pouch, whatever.
I had not considered pursuing more than one at a time.
Well, you never know when you're gonna see someone. You got to be prepared, man.
I like to think.
Usually,
I really, really wish Destin was there to roll insight on that.
It's Kane in there.
No, no. It's just Axel. Axel goes, oh, Axel's not even here. I didn't do anything with him. He's sitting on the stairs. He's like, I ain't going in that fucking water. Continue. I want you guys to build. Continue.
usually I take the ones that everyone knows about, but no one's daring to take on due to how powerful and wealthy they seem to be. Funny how that never protects them from a bullet.
Well, because I am in the law enforcement, so I get all those sheets put up in my place. So I have copies. So I kind of got a little bit of the inside work on getting these.
Fascinating. And if you're on the inside, then who do you get the bounty from?
The other police. The other places, man. I don't even know how that works in real life.
See, Malcolm is Dog, the bounty hunter, best friend.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
This guy named the Mandalorian.
All right, so you guys talk away for the next, say, hour while you relax in this. For the sake of being in there, you guys, until the next... We'll say until they're taken from you, each of you gain 10 temporary hit points from just relaxing in this place.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna move on. All right,
And
outside the city.
1/3 of a raven.
One of my bounties was here all along.
All right. So, outside, you have Destin and Kane walking out from the inn. Are you going together or are you going separately? We got about 15 minutes to do this because I want to end on like a cliffhanger for when we get started. So,
Yep.
I'll walk together. Unless he wants to go it alone.
I think Destin's just kind of looking around, just taking it all in. And it's not really a particularly he's not really aiming for anywhere in particular. He's just kind of wandering and taking in the sights of the city because this is so new to him.
where would you
Kane,
guys like to go then? Or just wandering?
Is Kane going anywhere in particular?
Kane is mostly looking for things to overhear, information to find, or here, like, he's also going to see if he can find a place with the bounty board.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll say you guys wander around for a little while till you find yourselves in the center of the city, and you see that it's getting dark, so places are starting to close down. Shops and such are closing up. You see a tavern that's being closed up because they have like rules about late night drinking in this place. But as you see the tavern get closed, you notice that there's like a board next to it with some papers hanging from it. You can also see from the center junction, you see like a straight path leading all the way off to the mountain in the far back with a temple on it, and then you see two towers to the east and west of you that are at like the edge of this giant plateau that you're on. And you're above where the water bazaar is, and you see like water flowing down. And the ball's in your court.
So Dan's gonna go check out the board.
You start walking up, and you see someone locking up, and turns around. Oh, you scared the oh, never mind. I'm sorry, sir. We're closed for the evening. There's drinking rules in this town. If you excuse me.
I wasn't here for drinking. I just wanted to take a gander at the board right there, real quick.
Go ahead and roll me an insight.
Alright.
Not an
Second.
insight. I mean investigation. My bad.
Investigation. Ah, freaking. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. Investigation.
Oh. Nice.
Alright. I'm gonna just drop the tokens on the map so you see them. You see 2 pictures. It says wanted. Dead or alive. Flint Lockstone. And Widowmaker. Both implicated in the train accident. Flint Lockstone, hunted for years, escaped from transportation to High Noon Prison. Wanted along with his woman, Widowmaker, believed to be the one who instigated the attack on the train that crashed weeks ago, freeing Flint Lockstone. Bounties 1,000 gold each. Warning, danger level extremely high. Flint Lockstone, go ahead and roll me a history check.
Okay. And just to double check, there's nothing on there about him or his father, is there?
Not yet. I'll get that in a minute.
Oh, okay. So history. There we go.
Damn.
Those are incredibly good rolls.
You know that Flint Lockstone is known as the death of the battlefield. He's an ex-soldier. He's known for fighting on the side of a losing war from like 15 years ago in a small kingdom that no one's ever heard of and no one really remembers. It's just a small kingdom, but he's known for killing hundreds of men, and ever since the kingdom was destroyed, he's gone outlaw and killed countless more. He's an extreme threat.
So,
Also, you see a standing notice. 10,000 gold. What was your father's name?
Vincent.
For the head of Vincent Foster.
How recent is it?
It's a standing order, dude.
Oh.
As in, it's been up since they put the bounty on his head, and all they do is up the bounty every now and then when he does something more effed up.
Okay.
I think what he wants to know is how weathered is this posting.
Yeah.
The poster is fresh enough that it looks like he's done something effed up recently. To get it upped.
Does it have any recent sightings?
No. This is just if you find him, kill him or be killed.
All right.
Destin, what are you doing?
So is there like any kind of like balcony or railing or anything that I could just lean against and just kind of look over the city?
You can head to one of the watchtowers to get a good bird's eye view of the city.
They specifically told us not to go to the watchtowers.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying that's what you could do. Whether or not you feel you should is up to you.
Yeah. And
Like,
Destin does not feel like he should.
You can like look over this ledge here and see down to like the water bazaar, but if you wanted a good overview of the entire city, you would have to, get to the highest point. And even though the high temple's there, in my lore of the city, the two highest points are the watchtowers.
Actually, taking a look around the city and noticing that those are the high points, I think Destin would know that typically, like, in most cities, like, the church is traditionally the highest point in the city. So, I want to know if that tells me anything about, the culture here. Like, are they, like, a super religious culture? Or
Give me an insight.
would I get the vibe they're...
Yeah,
Because
I get what you're
I'm thinking that this almost implies to me that this is a culture that values their own protection over their own religious values, in more than likely.
What you get, at the very least, is not that because you've seen the other temple and the reverence they have for the Lord in the temple's room and how they have another temple in the far back, it's not that they don't care about religion. It's that from the layout of the city, the way that gate is set up, the way this is on top of a plateau that would be really hard to siege, the way these two towers are set up, that it's just more along the lines of this place was specifically built to be extremely hard to crack. Perhaps they were afraid of some incredibly powerful force and they needed an overwhelmingly strong defense. It's not a neglect of religion. It's just this place was clearly built for battle in mind and defense in mind. Hence the reason why you see water never, like, this place looks like a place that could not be starved out, for one. And fucking difficult to siege. The walls are so high up that throwing stuff up, and it's not just the walls, because it's on a peninsula. So, like, that gate you went in leads up the peninsula to the top of, like, where this is, and then another gate leads into the city. Like, this place is damn near impregnable.
All right, good to know.
I'll actually throw some of the artwork in.
And am I able to see over the wall from where I am, or?
Hang on a second. Why is that, like, unshowable? There we go. The way the walls work is they're only about waist high, so you can, because they're like, again, because it's on a pedestal, like it's on a plateau up in the air. That is basically the wall. So the actual walls of the city are only about waist high, so you could look over easily. But when you
Basically,
look
it would
over,
be neck high for Destin.
yeah, when you look over, you're
like, you
looking
can
down a
look-
sheer cliff that's like 500 feet down.
Wow.
It's hard to show because
that-
this artwork doesn't have the cliffing because I couldn't find one that did. But
Wow.
you are basically up on top of a pedestal.
Right.
All right, we got like 3 more minutes before we finish up
I-
with the cliffhanger thing.
Yeah, I think Destin's just still looking out around the city and just taking it all in for a moment. And maybe he's kind of like humming a song to himself or something.
Okay. Are you guys heading back to the inn?
I think Destin's gonna stick around outside just for a couple minutes, or that couple minutes is probably gonna turn into an hour.
As the sun starts to set.
Kane heads back though.
Alright. So Kane heads back. All right, Destin, we're gonna leave you outside because that can add to all this anyway. All right, so rooms. There are 3 rooms. People have to split up by 2s. Who's going where?
I imagine Raven and Malcolm would head up to their room at around the same time, so they might as well bunk together.
Yeah.
Unless Malcolm has any objections, of course.
What about you, Kane? Also, Nate, we're gonna, because of stuff that we're about to do, we're gonna say that you just chilled up on the roof for a while. Now you're heading down.
Okay.
Because I've got something set up specifically for your character, and I don't. So, but you can again. You're running into Kane as you come downstairs, but who's going where? 2 rooms left.
I would say me and Kane will take 1 room since.
Yeah, why not?
And then Leo, whatever his name is, not Leo, but descendant of Leo and Dustin.
Well, Leo's gonna head to his own room, and if Dustin comes back, he can.
Oh, okay.
His name is Destin, guys.
Sorry. All right.
Hey, Dusty.
So you guys all make your way up to your rooms, except for Destin. How late are you staying out, Destin?
About an hour.
Okay,
He intended for it to be a couple minutes. It ends up being about an hour.
All right. So we say you start heading back about an hour in. It's already pretty late when you guys all go to your rooms and crash out, as Destin is making his way back to the city. We'll say, Destin, you arrive in your room about, say, 10 o'clock. Let me and at about 3 hours into the middle of the night, where is it? I'm about to be real pissed. Oh, that's right. It's in here. Okay. I got real panicked for a second. All right. So it's about 3 in the morning. All right. And Nate, you start rustling in your bed and you wake up immediately, shockingly, sweating and in a panic. You're like, and you feel heat burning up in your room. As you look to the right, to the left of you, you see your sword.
Okay.
Floating.
Oh, shit.
Burning red hot.
Oh, shit.
On the blade, floating by the window.
Okay.
You get a sense of dread and a sense of something else you have not felt since you were a small child. You sense a blade.
Oh.
As you see this burning heat. And the blade, your sword is pointing towards the window, floating.
Well, that's not good.
What are you doing?
I immediately wake up. I walk over. I'm comfortable. I'm like, this has been a long time since the sword has done this.
You've never seen the sword do it, but you've
I've never seen it do this?
No,
I think it happened like once or twice.
No,
but no,
when you were a kid and you had the sword, like when you were given the sword, you felt the sensation of other blades because the other blades were near while you were running away.
Oh, okay.
But you've never seen it float in the air and point before because you've never been close to another blade.
Okay.
Since then.
All right. So Zahn walks up to it and grabs the hilt to see if he can take in, basically mentally, what the sword is kind of trying to tell him.
As soon as you grab the sword, you immediately get 2 blocks east, down in the alley. Now.
Okay, I didn't think it was gonna be that direct. Okay,
like
yeah.
you just sense it's not that it's saying it to you, but remember I said you could sense evil?
Yeah.
As soon as you touch the blade, you sense 2 blocks east of you malicious evil and one of the other swords.
Okay. I look after I grab the sword. I don't even turn around. I go, Kane, I know you're not sleeping, and I know you just saw what just happened.
Kane, I'm gonna have you roll a Constitution check to see if you are sleeping or not.
Like trance-wise.
Unless you can give me a good reason why you would stay up.
Well, he's technically dead, so he wouldn't really sleep either. But
All right,
He has. Yeah.
it's good enough fucking reason.
he's dead. Like,
Well,
what the
he's
fuck?
dead. You're right. Move on.
He's dead. Like,
Good.
He's technically sleeping forever.
Am I good or do
Yeah, you know how people
Yeah.
say they'll sleep when they're dead?
If you're
Yeah,
up,
not
if
him.
you're getting up, what are you doing? Both of you.
What the hell was that?
it's something that's never happened. Evil is very close.
You sense that that the evil is moving north, slowly away from you.
What sort of evil is this? I mean, evil is relative.
All I can say is probably the worst kind of evil you can imagine.
Also, one of the blades.
Well, Zahn is pretty sure because he knows the people that took the blade were fairly evil,
Yeah,
and from what
yeah.
that he just found out, these blades are being used for direct evil. So
Yeah.
it's just enhancing this person. So it's evil like he's never even seen before.
Keep in mind, you are on a timer because this thing is moving. So what are you doing?
Let's go, I guess.
It's not far from here. It's only a few blocks away.
Are we getting the others, or are we just going?
We don't have time. We need to go.
All right.
All right, you guys dash out the windows and start running across the rooftops rapidly. After about 2 minutes, you sense that it has stopped moving and you are moving in close to it. You're about a quarter of a block away from it. It's probably on the other side of the buildings you are on top of. If you have any questions before...
Am I getting anything else from the blade at this point?
Just that you now sense multiple targets, but only one blade. And again, you're about to crest where you think they are, where the sense is coming from. So it's either you keep running and you pop right out, or are you slowing down? What are you doing? As
We're
you're
gonna
running
slow
and
down
jumping
to see
across
if we
this
can-
rooftop.
We're gonna keep on going and see if we can find a slight vantage point to catch them before they catch us.
Take him from above.
Alright, let me drop you guys on here. Make sure this is visible for everybody. Where's the powder keg? Other. Nope. Town. Configure. There, alright. Alright, can you see that?
Yep.
Right. So you land on these rooftops back here. You still don't have a good view, but you are above them and moving towards them, and you don't see them yet, but nobody can see you either. I'm gonna give you freedom to move, and you tell me where you're gonna move your characters.
Oh, which way are they moving? Where are they?
They are north of where you are.
Oh, okay. Okay, Kane, let's move down. Let's move off this building. We'll come around over here, over to these rooftops.
All right, hold up. You're going too far. So you're dropping down here. Where you going, King?
I'll follow.
So you want to just sprint across the street.
Yeah, if they're walking down the main road, I'm gonna cut her off to the side over here. And follow the shadow line over on the end of our side over here, so
Right.
we can't be
So
seen.
as you dash out, I'm giving you
Yeah.
one chance to save this. As you see that they have stopped in front of what looks to be a glowing portal, and you've shot out in front of the street. Dexterity saving throw to see if you recognize and roll back behind this building, or else they see you, dude. Because you come shooting out into the street, and they're right in that street.
Oh no!
You come out and you slide and hit stop right here. and they hear you, and their heads look right towards you, snap towards you. This other one snaps over like this. Other one moves out in front. And a second. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. Which one is this? That's... Oh, got them mixed up. Subutai is supposed to be over here. All right. They snap their heads towards you, and immediately you hear a voice. I'll be damned. Little Zon, is that you? Ha! I thought you dead by now, being from such a weak clan.
What do you call it? I react. How do you know that name?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
No, I'm saying to him, how does he know that
Yes,
name? But...
I'm asking you to roll a history check.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Don't question my fucking authority.
Let's don't do that.
Oh, no.
That's not terrible.
Oh, little Zon, how do you not remember me? And he leans forward and removes his hat. It's me, little brother.
What?
Oh, shit.
And scene.
Oh, shit.
And then the other one goes, Sir, why are you calling him little brother still? That weak clan was annihilated. He's not our family anymore. Just some weak half-breed. Then, the one that's completely right is Subutai. You don't remember his name, but now you do because I mentioned that. And you don't give me another history check on the other guy. And if fucking roll a 0 again, I'm gonna laugh so goddamn hard.
There we go.
Alright, you recognize him as an old friend and trainer, Jintaro.
Oh.
Both these guys are technically not your brothers, but are your brothers. They are members of the full-blooded vampire clan from your village.
Well, it shows that it was an inside job, too.
Well, you knew that from the beginning anyway. When they, killed your clan, you knew exactly what was going on because you saw all these people. You immediately recognized Jintaro as one of your old friends. We'll write up your background. You can explain that to other people. I need a stealth roll from you, Kane. We're about to stop, but I want to make sure that they don't, whether or not they know you're there. Because now they're on high alert.
Oh, they know.
Oh, shit.
Subutai then says, Who's the undead you brought with you? And he throws a dagger and stabs it into the wall right next to where you are.
Oh, shit.
At this point, Jintaro says, Master, the gate will not stay open for long. Let me deal with him. And Jintaro says, make sure you get the blade from him. As he steps into the portal, along with his personal bodyguard, and they both start to go in as the portal disappears. And the rest of you get thrown into initiative. And we're going to end on this incident.
Okay.
With you facing off with an old friend and member of the clan. He's much older than you, by the way, because you were a kid. He was like...
Well, I figured that.
He was not much. He's like 6 or 7 years older than you.
Yeah.
He's from... So...
Well, both vampires have been around a long time, so we're pretty old either way.
Yeah,
so.
That is the end of the stream for tonight, so I'm going to kill the thing, and then I'll explain something to you guys real quick.
All right.